Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of the WWE Fantasy Log. I am, as always, your host, James Phoenix. And joining me, as always, are Jeff and John.
Hello.
What's up?
John's a little sick, so he might not be talking as much this week, so.
Perils of having children.
Pretty much.
I assume that's where you got it.
Probably.
Most likely. So anyway, we're going to do the usual thing we do, where we go through some news, and then we score the Fantasy League for the week. Okay? Okay.
Oh, 7 deities, bless us with this week's news.
We're going to get to that segment, but not. We're not going to start with that segment. We're going to get there.
We're going to start with the sad shit first.
We're going to start with a variety of shit first. I have many things.
I hope you have the sad shit.
I have some sad shit. We're going to get there. I don't want to open with sad shit because that's just going to depress us.
John's already sick. I don't think we can get much more depressed than that.
No. Because I don't know. I feel like that's if I start with the sad shit, it's going to put a dour tone on everything else.
Also, I'm in last place. I don't think I can get more depressed than that.
Oh, you can. I won the tag team titles. We'll get there. Well, the SmackDown tag team titles, anyway.
You're probably winning the Raw ones too.
There's a chance. We all have a horse in that race now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Just like we each have a horse in the women's championship race, and John has two.
Yeah, but you have the biggest horse.
There. Anyway. What the crap? That was not... Shit, what the hell did I do?
Jim is ill-prepared.
No, that was not the right link. The link was there. It was not the right link. But that's okay. I don't need the link because I already know what happened here, so. I can go over this.
Okay.
I'll start with the sad shit. We might as well get it out of the way.
It's up to you.
So, of course, we all remember retired and famed WWE commentator good old JR Jim Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, a little early. I'm going to focus on myself while I'm talking for a sec. Earlier this week, Jim Ross's wife, Jan Ross, was in an unfortunate automobile accident. She was driving her Vespa home from the store, and she was struck by another motorist. She was unfortunately not wearing a helmet or riding her Vespa, and she suffered a number of skull fractures. And while the hospital in their locale did their best, she did unfortunately pass away from these injuries. We would like to send our condolences, prayers, and thoughts out to the family of Jim Ross and Jan Ross. And, that's just a horrible tragedy, and we're very sorry for your loss.
And as Golding House as this may sound, let this be a lesson to you, kids. Don't break the fucking law and wear your goddamn helmets.
It sounded incredibly callous.
I'm not going to say that whoever hit her is going to, get beat up, but I'm pretty sure they might meet with a Zamboni accident.
Or a beer truck accident.
Yeah, one of the two. Yeah, to be fair, Jim Ross himself did say in one of his statements that had Jan been wearing her helmet, their injuries would have been significantly less severe, and she'd probably still be alive. So,
and this is why that law exists.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. So, all our thoughts out to their family.
Absolutely.
Now, you know what? I wasn't going to do this, but I'm just going to juxtapose the shit out of this.
Uh-oh.
Because meanwhile, in Stamford, Connecticut,
mm-hmm.
Vince McMahon totals a Bentley and just casually walks away.
Balls of steel?
His own Bentley, or?
I'm just going to go ahead.
Oh, okay.
What's that?
He asked if it was Vince's Bentley.
Yes, it was Vince's Bentley.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to go ahead and fire this up real quick. Bloop. So we get some pictures here. This is I'm having trouble seeing what I'm trying to figure out what I'm seeing in some of these images here, but
that doesn't look like a totaled car to me.
Here's Vince. Oh no, this is the totaled car here.
Oh.
In that picture down there. I don't know what this top picture is supposed to be of. I can't really tell. I don't know what that shot was for. I don't get it. Anyway, this looks like the totaled car here, if I had to look at it. And here's Vince walking away.
How did he total? What did he do? Run into a parked car?
I don't. That's the thing. There's not really a lot of detail. It's unclear exactly what happened as of when TMZ reported this.
Oh wait, that's in the middle of the street, isn't it?
But you can see Vince here walking away in his Guido tracksuit. The sources say the whole thing was a minor accident. Everyone is okay. So apparently nobody was hurt, but because this guy posted these pictures here, just watch Vince McMahon total his Bentley 15 feet away from me, only in Stamford. So, whatever happened, he totaled the Bentley. I don't know.
Well, if you look at, no, never mind.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna see if TMZ has an update on the story. Hang on.
So I'm gonna say, if you look at the upper image, you can see that black car in front is missing a front end.
Oh, okay. And there's photos there. Let's see. Oh yeah. He was driving. Okay, yeah. So McMahon was driving his black Bentley when something went wrong. Another car was involved in the crash, so it's unclear exactly what happened.
So the black car was his.
Yeah. Vince was seen walking around after the incident. Sources say the whole thing was a minor accident. Everyone is okay. As for the Bentley, Vince can afford the repairs.
So it's not totaled if you can repair it.
That depends. Just because an insurance company per se might have considered something total does not mean that it's somebody rich might not consider repairing it anyway.
I guess it depends on how old the car is, because if it's old enough, I could see that being totaled. But if it's a modern Bentley, like if it's within the last 10 years, I don't see any insurance company totaling that car, because all it's missing is a fucking front bumper. That's it looks like. And maybe repairs to the fucking hood. Especially if Vince could walk away from it. And if you look at it, it didn't get crunched much more than the front. That is not totaled.
Like I said, you can't see from the front. There may be more damage on the side, the front driver's side of the car that we can't see. We don't. There might be something on that side of the car that we can't see. We don't know. Hard to say.
Now here's the big question: was Vince at fault?
Well, that's what we don't know. That's the detail we can't ascertain at the moment.
Because if this goes to court, I can almost guarantee you we probably won't see David Otunga on TV for a while.
I'm not seeing him on TV for a while anyway. He's filming a movie.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, that's why he hasn't been on SmackDown in a few weeks.
Oh. Didn't notice. That's how not important he is to SmackDown. I never noticed.
Pretty much.
There. Fair enough.
Indeed.
Continue on with the news. You said you had a lot, so let's get through this.
Indeed. We're going. All right. So that happened. So we got the McMahon thing taken care of. I'll just remove these as I do them so I don't forget what I've already done. All right. What else we got?
Good call.
What else we got here? Speaking of SmackDown commentators, you might also notice Mauro Ranallo hasn't been around in a few weeks. And originally, the first time he missed SmackDown 2 weeks ago, it was reported it was due to the blizzard that happened up here in the Northeast and was weather-related. However, in an update, it seems like it's more than that, given that he's been out for 2 weeks now, going on 3. It would seem that for those who know much about Mauro Ranallo, he has had some mental health problems in the past. He's had battles with depression and bipolar disorder. And so it seems that whatever is going on is related to his mental condition, and that's why he is staying at home and dealing with some treatment right now. He went on social media just long enough to make a post thanking everybody for their thoughts and prayers, and noting that his doctors had told him to stay off social media for the time being, but that he just wanted to thank everybody. So he's been out of contact since March 13th generally and went silent on the internet, but he's okay and he's resting up. So hopefully we will see Mauro returning to SmackDown in the imminent future.
No, we'll see.
Yeah.
hopefully they have a plan B, and hopefully that plan B isn't Cole doesn't get to retire.
Well, we'll see.
Because that would suck.
Yeah.
Because damn it, Cole, you need to retire.
Let's see what else we got here. We got those two. We'll leave those up. What else? Keep those up. All right.
Shall we head over to the Shrine of the Seven Deities?
No, we're gonna get there. I'll do a few other things first. That's a special segment. We're gonna end the news with that.
Fair enough.
Moving on, though.
Breaking news: Jim drinks water.
I do. So next up, here's something interesting. Let's cover this first. This will be a simple one. Then we'll go to the other thing. The remaining inductors for the Hall of Fame were announced this week.
Okay.
It was announced that Beth Phoenix will be inducted by her former tag team partner, Natalya Neidhart. It was also announced that Diamond Dallas Page will be inducted by his former WCW boss, Eric Bischoff. And most controversial of all, it was announced that the Rock and Roll Express would be inducted by longtime commentator, manager, and former WWE employee, often very critical of Vince McMahon and the WWE, Jim Cornette.
Wow.
That's right, folks. Watch the induction ceremony, because they're going to, on live TV, give a microphone to both Eric Bischoff and Jim Cornette. Nothing bad can come from this.
I'm hoping something really good comes from it, because I'm really, as I was mentioning to John before we went on the air, I'm really hoping that at some point during his speech, Bischoff makes a play for the Raw general managership.
Well, the other thing, too, is remember what Bischoff always says. Controversy creates cash, and WWE really needs cash right now. So expect not good to come from this for the good of the company. Or not.
They're probably not in that short amount of cash, because Vince could total a Bentley and just pay to have it repaired. So
I didn't say Vince needed cash. I said the company needed cash. There's a difference.
2/3 of Vince's fortune is in WWE stock.
And the 1/3 that isn't is more than enough to pay for the Bentley. I rest my case.
Not really. He's a millionaire who should be a billionaire.
Nice.
I'm just saying, Vince is not as rich as people think he is. He's not Donald Trump.
More than likely, Kurt Angle's going to be the general manager. So
That is possible. We'll have to see.
well, he's the one that's been, again, booked for Monday Night Raw and Tuesday Night SmackDown. So more than likely, he's the next general manager.
This is true.
And
We'll
he's not
find
currently
out.
cleared to wrestle, so that's the only reason he'd be coming to both shows.
Maybe. Excuse me. So, since we were talking about Cornette and Bischoff, speaking of non-WWE wrestling organizations, here's something rather interesting. Well, reports have been flying around from the Pro Wrestling Sheet and some other sites, indicating that WWE has been in discussions with the Sinclair Broadcast Group.
Yes, they have. They've technically been in discussions since like October, November of last year.
Reports say since January.
Other reports have said they had begun talks like last year, but maybe January is like when they got into serious talks. I don't know. But that's what I heard, that technically speaking, Vince has been talking with, the head of Sinclair since like October, November of last year.
Maybe. Anywho, supposedly WWE has been in discussions to purchase Ring of Honor. The report says they've been talking since January, and talks are slow but making progress, with the ultimate goal being a full takeover of ROH by WWE. Any potential deal would supposedly include the ROH TV show airing on the WWE Network each week.
And that's false.
Why is that?
Because ROH has come out, and because people have been speculating, well, if WWE completely takes over ROH, what's going to happen to ROH, blah, blah, blah. ROH, the Sinclair Group, has come out and said, oh, don't worry about that. Currently, the meat of the contract between them, or the agreement between them, is more WWE wants their library. That they don't really want ROH itself. They just want to be able to air their library because of the superstars they have that have come from ROH. So that's leading people to believe, oh, if the talks go through, WWE may have like controlling interest in ROH, but they're going to be primarily hands off because all they're interested in is the video library.
Well, we'll see. According to the reports here, that would include ROH airing on the WWE Network, though it's unclear if current wrestlers with ROH would continue working for the company. At this stage, it's highly preliminary. Further in these reports, there have been some rumors going around over the last few weeks of the deal. The company denied the deal, saying there have been no talks and nothing has changed as far as business goes. One major key is the tape library has early matches of many top WWE stars currently. WWE initially made their inquiry back in the summer of 2016, and at that time the feeling was they wanted more than just the tape library. The question remained whether WWE had or has plans to continue to run ROH as an independent promotion or shut it down like they would have done with TNA if they had bought that out. Finally, WWE would see any purchase or buyout as beneficial to the company, as it would allow them to keep the pay down for up-and-coming rising stars because they would be taking away competition.
Well, if WWE was smart, if they bought out ROH, they would not shut it down. They'd let it continue to run as an independent promotion, if only because of the news from the other side of the pond that's come out this week. I don't know if you have that, Jim.
We're getting there.
From the land of #fuck the owl.
We're getting there. So Dave Meltzer on the Wrestling Observer Radio back on the 23rd, a few days ago, said many of the ROH talent were said to be unhappy finding out that the promotion had discussions with WWE regarding a buyout and that nobody told them. He also speculated not many people in the company even knew about it, potentially not even the front office. Meanwhile, ROH officials continue to flat out deny that there's any accuracy to any of these reports that they're discussing a sale. According to an article on CBS, a high-ranking member of management simply said there is no story here, while COO Joe told CBS, no. It's very flattering and humbling to us. It validates what we've done. A lot of their current performers and stars are ROH guys, and we have their history. So maybe the content of the backstories of Kevin Steen before he became Kevin Owens, or AJ Styles running Ring of Honor, Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins, Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro, all the guys who wrestle for us, we have their backstory and where it began. That's our content. I'm always open to conversation. We do business with them if they want to do a DVD or VOD, and if they need footage from early matches, they do come to us. We're open to work with them on that basis because it doesn't hurt us. It actually helps us. So supposedly ROH is denying that they're involved.
Because one report I saw is ROH saying, no, the only thing we're discussing is the library. They want the library. They're not, for right now, WWE's not interested in either running ROH or getting rid of it. They just want the library so they can show footage of their superstars. That's pretty much what they're going after.
Fair enough. Well, we'll see how that plays out. Be interesting to see if ROH gets brought under there. Could be a sister show to NXT.
Oh, there'll be another huge reason to get ROH and to leave it as an independent.
If they brought ROH on the network, they could run ROH and NXT as cross competitors the way Raw and SmackDown do.
Yeah. ROH would win. It's a better show.
Well, yeah, assuming all the talent came over.
Assuming they let ROH just run as it is doing now, and it's just exclusive to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
Which they can't do anything but help ROH because it gives them a worldwide platform.
Mm-hmm.
Like a huge worldwide platform.
Yeah. So speaking of companies that WWE has tried to buy out, let's go talk about Impact Wrestling.
#fuck the owl.
#fuck that owl. An official press release was released announcing that Impact Wrestling has partnered with AAA Wrestling in Mexico. In the Lucha Libre AAA. They're going to establish a landmark alliance. It will include a talent exchange between the organizations and other opportunities to collaborate with each other in their respective markets. Of course, the high-flying Lucha Libre style synonymous with AAA was an influencer of Impact's X Division, which has produced some of the most memorable matches in wrestling history. They're going to be working with more promotions around the world, which is best for the professional wrestling industry as a whole, said Jeff Jarrett. It's an exciting time to collaborate, coinciding with AAA's 25th anniversary and Impact's Wrestling's 15th anniversary. By building bridges with partners globally, we can give fans a premier product featuring the best possible talent, which has always been a top priority. So that's good.
That's not the only group they've partnered with.
I'm aware of that. We're getting there. Thrilled to forge this alliance, company rooted in tradition as we continue to grow our network of global partners, which includes Japan's Pro Wrestling Noah, said Ed Nordholm, president of Impact. This alliance is an important step in our international expansion strategy, bringing together the best performers around the globe as we take Impact Wrestling to the next level. So that's cool.
That's not NJPW, right?
No, that's Noah.
Okay.
Noah. At the same time, also this week, a few days after that announcement, there was an additional announcement. Why is there a giant open? Okay. Oh, there's a video there. Okay. Anyway. On Friday, ITV Studios Entertainment announced that it was partnering with TNA Impact Wrestling to bring World of Sport Wrestling back to ITV.
Yes, and this is the reason why I think acquiring ROH and leaving it as an independent promotion and let ROH run with it is vitally important to WWE. Because the wild card right now that people are speculating and wondering what's going to happen with is NJPW. Because now they're caught between going to be caught between WWE and Impact. And I think if WWE acquires ROH but goes pretty much hands off and only uses them basically for their library and their exclusivity to airing it, I think that could. And the fact that WWE's been pretty good to NJPW, considering all the Japanese talent they've got and stuff, I think that could sway NJPW to kind of be in the WWE camp because ROH is basically NJPW's American sister organization.
Mm-hmm.
And so if WWE has ROH and relatively nothing changes on that front, then they'll get NJPW. With NJPW and ROH, Impact is toast.
Here's the thing, though. NJPW doesn't need to ally with the other side because NJPW has been around longer than both.
True.
NJPW has a much richer history. They are huge in Japan. They don't need either of those organizations. They can tell both to fuck off.
They could, but they probably won't because it's better for business if they don't do that.
It depends. We shall see. Anyway, the commissioner from ITV's Helen Warner followed a successful one-off special, which aired on New Year's Eve of 16. Producers, right? Jeff Jarrett's involved. Yada. 30 years after the original ROS ended, the legendary stars such as Big Daddy, Mick McManus, and Rollerball Rocco left British screens. The new series will feature the very best of today's wrestlers from the current red-hot UK wrestling scene. They'll compete in front of a live audience at the intimate Preston Guildhall on Thursday, May 25th and Friday, May 26th. Tickets to the shows go on sale 9 a.m. Friday, the 7th of April. There will also be a launch event on Monday, March 27th in Manchester, where the full details of the live shows will be announced, including the roster. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about that a little bit next week. The initial commission is part of a comprehensive co-production agreement between ITV Studios and Impact Wrestling to relaunch the WS Wrestling brand, bringing British stars to ITV while leveraging the roster and creative team of Impact Wrestling, along with its expertise in live event production and international distribution.
Expertise. Right. Yes, because that's what Impact Wrestling is known for, production quality.
So.
But the other reason why this is huge, that Impact has gone after World of Sports and is partnering with them, is because of their history with WWE.
Okay.
They are the reason WWE scrambled so hard and so fast to put out their UK championship.
Okay.
Because they heard, this is supposedly, they heard that World of Sports was going to relaunch their shit. And they said, oh, fuck, we need to do our stuff first, or they're just going to completely drown out any hope we have of trying to have a foothold in the British market, because this was also shortly after the British market started blacklisting the WWE stuff. Like, remember how Mole was talking about how after the whole snafu regarding WWE's like TV contracts and pay-per-view contracts, how some of the stations over there decided, okay, we're not going to renew our contracts. Fuck you, WWE, and stopped airing that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, WWE, from what I understand, got a little bit scared when Britain said, you know what? Fuck you, WWE. We're relaunching our own wrestling brand. And they're like, oh, shit. So they came out with the UK championship to try to get that foothold in before they could launch it. That's why it's taken so long to launch it, because WWE did that, got the UK championship, and now has that foothold, rather large foothold, in the UK door.
Fair enough.
And now that TNA has it, it's like, oh, TNA is going after the whole reason WWE decided to do something. It's like, ooh, that's kind of rivalry going there.
A little bit.
History lesson.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, with that, there is only one thing left to do.
Head over to the Shrine of the Seven Deities deep
And it's
within the
time
Hardy
for our
compound.
weekly appeal to the Seven Deities. Yes, our new recurring segment. So we're going to open it up here. Reportedly, Matt and Jeff Hardy do now have official offers from WWE.
Yes. And
You don't-
I quote, "It's no longer a matter of if, but a matter of when."
Yes, most believe anyway.
Mm-hmm.
According to Pro Wrestling Sheet, they was previously reported the two were in negotiations but did not sign any agreements, instead choosing a short-term deal with ROH. However, WWE has now formally put a contract in front of them. It's not as a matter of when, not if. They appear to be ready to reappear in WWE. They're believed to be ready to become free agents again next month. Apart from the big question on what promotion they will wrestle for in May and beyond, the other issue is the ongoing legal dispute with Anthem, Impact over the rights to the broken characters and the trademark, which seems far from settled.
That shouldn't really have any, pardon the pun, impact on their negotiations with WWE, because it's also been officially reported that WWE only has interest in Matt and Jeff. They have not gone after the broken universe like Matt's wife or anything. So all they want are the Hardy Boys. That's what's in the contracts.
We don't know.
That's what WWE said.
Who?
When the report of the official contracts came out, they said the contents of the contracts state that they're only interested in Matt and Jeff, that they have not drafted anything or done anything to go after the broken universe. So at this stage, it seems like WWE is not interested in the broken universe. They just want the Hardys.
Well, they want the Hardys, but realize with the Hardys comes the broken universe. And of course, they're not going to go after it because there's a legal dispute right now. They're not going to try to step in the middle of something until the dispute is resolved.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they can't offer a contract to Matt Hardy's wife. They just haven't, because they don't want anything, or the other person. I don't even know who the hell that was, but they flashed up a picture of someone else from the broken universe. But they're like, no, we just want the Hardys, which means they're probably part of the contract is probably that you're not going to use the broken universe at this time. So if you accept the contract, you have to also accept that you're not going to be the broken Hardys at a future time. If you guys get the rights back, maybe, they'll say, okay, you can use it. But right now they're saying, if you come back to us, you're not going to be the broken Hardys. You're just going to be the Hardy Boys.
Yeah, and that's the question. Given how hot those characters are on the indie scene, are Matt and Jeff going to be willing to give that up for a WWE contract?
They might, because, as someone else pointed out on Twitter, because... Oh, do you have what? Before we get into that, do you have what Fuck That Owl did recently that caused?
Yes, we're gonna get there. We're not there yet.
Because that all ties into this. Because of what someone said in response to that, that might be in motivation for the Hardys to sign WWE contracts.
I don't know.
Do we want to go into that now so I can elaborate?
Yeah, give me a minute. Before mentioning it, in regards to the potential WWE imminent, I was noted that Matt Hardy's online store did run by Rebby, did shut down. Mm-hmm. The shopmatthardy.com announced they were closed up shop with a tweet saying gone but not deleted. Will return in another space and time. And they sold the last of their merchandise at deep discounts, and whatever's left they're going to be selling at the live events, including the hashtag Broken Tailgate on WrestleMania weekend.
Yeah, probably because their lawyer suggested, hey, you probably shouldn't be selling stuff with the broken universe on it, because right now you could get some legal ramifications and be sued into the ground. So don't do that, not until we clear this.
Yeah. Matt Hardy also sent out a tweet back on the 23rd. The world will soon learn just how savage my hashtag Broken Brilliance TM can be. Bombs are imminent. Deletions TM are coming. So Matt seems to be indicating that Broken Matt Hardy is not going anywhere.
Yeah, but that's just Matt Hardy being Matt Hardy.
According to the sources, the reason closing down is related to a potential contract signed with WWE and the jump to the promotion.
Oh, yeah, shop www.com. Yeah, that makes sense, too.
Asked about whether WWE was maybe the reason behind the closure. Meltzer responded on Twitter with not maybe, definitely. Rumors are swirling that they are WWE bound, perhaps as early as WrestleMania.
That should make sense.
Now, going on to the other thing. It was heavily noted this week that Anthem Entertainment went through their YouTube channel
Yes.
And they put trademark symbol indicators on all of the videos related to Broken Matt, Brother Nero, and the Broken Universe characters in general.
Yep. And as I told John on Thursday, I'm surprised they managed to con someone into doing all this for free. Because Lord knows they're not going to pay anyone to do this. No, the fact that they can't even pay their superstars and they're in legal battles with the Hardy Boys. Whoever did this just got suckered into doing all this for free. I hope you have a wonderful life. You motherfucker.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so you can see if you go to their channel, you can see TMs against with all the things on that channel. After this development, Rebby Sky, despite having said previously that any further communication regarding that was going to be via a legal representative, could not help herself. And the Twitter outrage continued.
Mm-hmm. Yes, continue.
Also, Rebby outright shut down that Dave Meltzer report about the store shutting down because of WWE contracts, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, because somebody retweeted that thing and said, Rebby, I thought it was because you were pregnant and earned a vacation after 5 years running it solo. And Rebby replied, except Dave Meltzer isn't 7 months pregnant in my living room doing these orders himself. When people talk like they know. But anyway, let's scroll back here. Let me scroll back here. Sorry, I'm trying to find the right tweets. Scrolling back. It's a few days ago. Where is it? Okay, let's see here. She was selling all the stuff. Somebody put a fuck that Al shirt on a Roman Reigns cutout. All right. Let's see
because
here.
that'll get people to fuck that owl. Put on the most hated wrestler in existence right now.
Yeah. People started tweeting at her and noticing that TNA was putting the trademark on everything. And she said, nice try. Except that is my TM, documented as filed long before you dumb stooges tried to play yourselves. Slow clap at Real Jeff Jarrett. Where's the TM after the names of the characters y'all actually created? Fucking scum of the earth, man. At Ed Normholm, at Real Jeff Jarrett. And then there's a picture, a shot of one of the videos, Broken Matt and Heels Jeff Hardy wrestling performances. I do appreciate it being put on this video, however, being that I shot it and it was not paid for the footage, nor did I ever sign a release. You guys are really helping my case. The list of offenses stays growing. Like, really, thank you, at Ed Normholm, at Real Jeff Jarrett. Dumb fucks. It just blows my mind how dumb these people are. Unbelievable. Hey, at Ed Normholm, at Real Jeff Jarrett. I know you're up in your feelings about the boys leaving and all. Aw, but it's healthy if you just gif of Elsa. Let it go. Out here acting like scorned exes. I kind of almost feel bad for them, Bendito. But then again, nah. Hashtag fuck that owl. Somebody tweeted at her in response to her situation. Somebody mentioned WWE lawyers could squash Impact like bugs, you know.
And her reply was, I know.
Yeah. Somebody else with another status, she said adorable in response to somebody else talking about it. Broken Matt then went out. If this was sincere, you wouldn't have sent legal letter. Jeff Jarrett sent out a tweet. Congratulations to at FAC Daniels on his win and his very successful weekend at Ring of Honor, at Impact Wrestling, at GFW Wrestling, hashtag ROH champ. And Matt replied, if this was sincere, you wouldn't have sent legal letters to all pay-per-view providers in an attempt to destroy at Ring of Honor's pay-per-view. Hashtag burning bridges. Rebby adds, best part of all this, TNA thinks they're hurting Matt with this. He's going to be just fine. Can't undo the damage you've done for yourselves, though. By the way, if anybody's interested, the Hardys are going to defend the ROH tag titles against the Young Bucks in a ladder match at Supercard of Honor. Supercard of Honor 11, it looks like.
Although, going with the more recent news, if the Hardy Boys sign with WWE and if WWE decides to get involved, all Vince has to do is walk in and be like, look, I told him my Bentley and paid for everything out of pocket. Good luck. And just walks away.
Yeah. Anyway.
He has cannon fodder now.
Yeah, PW Insider, there was a link between Anthem retroactively claims Hardy trademarks, and Ruby replied, kind of like how I did by, actually going through the legal process with the U.S. Patent Office. But hey, TM on YouTube, same thing, no?
You know what Rebby should do, and she could get away with it if she was really knowledgeable about YouTube?
What's that?
Start claiming copyrights on all the broken universe stuff on TNA's YouTube channel.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Strike the shit out of them.
Yeah, so YouTube just starts pulling all of TNA's shit. That'd be hilarious.
And if they're monetized, they would have to divert the funds to her until it was settled.
Well, no, they would divert the funds into an intermediary account until it was settled, and the money would go to whoever won the claim. YouTube does that now. People bitch too much about it.
That's if they choose to fight the claim.
Yeah. Let's see. We got a whole bunch. Well, if they have to fight, they have to fight something, because if they don't fight, if they don't fight anything above and beyond 2, then their channel's going to get shut down. So.
Yeah. The question is, are they going to have enough money to fight the claim?
Well, who knows? Let's see. So we got more advertising for the T-shirts.
Do it. I will give you freedom to take my idea and do it, because it'd be funny, and then we could report it on this show.
Yeah. The store shutting down. More about that.
Breaking news: Jim sneezes.
Also, the very last person who got an order from the store got a free signed poster from the Hardy Boys. That was cool. Also, somebody else made the interesting point over at TNA. So at Impact Wrestling, at Matt Hardy brand can't be broken, but at Cody Rhodes can be a Bullet Club member. Seems like a double standard. And Matt replied, yeah, I doubt at NJPW 1972 and ROH are cool with their hashtag Bullet Club IP being broadcast without compensation by a company who screwed both over. Yeah, more about the shop, people tweeting all the stuff that they bought. There's another video that somebody showed that they put a rant on their behalf on a YouTube video. It's Broken Matt heels Jeff Hardy wrestling performances, and she said, "Gracias." Matt said, "Gracias. By the way, I funded this LOR video. Rebby shot, edited it for TV without pay or signing over rights. The Broken Heart hashtag Broken Hardy's TM own this footage." Somebody tweeted, "I don't give, I don't give a fuck what Jagoff's saying in the forums and on Reddit, but you and I know, about you, and I know you don't give a fuck either. But you're one down ass chica." And she said, neither do I. Uninformed people are of no importance to me. Unless you're literally in this with us, you don't know the half of it. More advertisements for shirts and things. Everybody was buying their Fuck That Al t-shirts. Also, by the way, if you're a Ring of Honor fan, the Supercard of Honor will be airing on iPay-Per-View Elite. So, if you need a way to watch it, you can check that out. I guess that's about it. More stuff about...
Part of me kind of does hope that WWE and ROH come to an agreement, if only because then I could actually watch ROH.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I should mention, if anybody sees supposedly the Hardy Boys booked for an event, Ultimate Legends of Wrestling from Tiara's Productions, yeah, the Hardys have nothing to do with that shit. So I have no idea why the fuck she's claiming they're going to be there.
Okay.
So apparently somebody is claiming Hardys and other people are going to be at their event when they are not. So
that's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Hashtag butts and seats.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they're going to have Matt and Jeff Harvey.
Ah, I see. Yeah, because supposedly they're getting it from bookprowrestlers.com, which they're not involved with.
Brought to you by 5 Star Wrestling.
Yes.
She said no one's ever so they've been having a problem with that too, but regardless, yeah, so that's where we're at with the Fuck That Al. We're gonna have to wait and see where that things continue on and whether they show up in WWE and how that deals with anything. So who knows?
This will be interesting.
Indeed. So we will keep tabs on that. And we will stay tuned going into WrestleMania weekend and see what happens there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Speaking of WrestleMania weekend,
yep.
did you hear the latest rumors?
What are the latest rumors?
Supposedly the reason behind why fucking Daniel Bryan came out and be like, Alexa Bliss, you're going to go up against every available woman in the SmackDown's locker room, has come out.
Yeah, they added something more women TBA.
Yeah, the rumors are saying both Emma and Summer Rae are now SmackDown, and they're going to appear at WrestleMania in that match for their return.
Mm-hmm.
In addition to, all those divas that WWE supposedly contacted?
Yeah.
Guess what match supposedly they're going to appear in? Yeah. So basically, the rumor is 67% of the total boobage of WWE is going to be in that one match and on that one show called SmackDown.
Okay, then.
Yeah, that's basically what they're going to do. They're going to introduce old and new talent and then let the talent be on SmackDown and fuck Raw. I don't know. But that's the rumor. So
we'll see what happens.
So have fun scoring that. That match is probably going to be a clusterfuck.
Probably, but we'll deal with it when the time comes. They haven't even established the rules of that match or what kind of match it is yet.
It's probably going to be a championship gauntlet, my guess.
That would make the most sense, but we'll have to see.
Or it's going to be a battle royal, and like the Royal Rumble where people just keep coming down. Although that'd be a true clusterfuck.
That'd be, yeah. We'll see.
No, they'll do it as a lingerie pillow fight so everyone can facepalm at the same time.
Ah.
I would strangely be okay with this. Since I have 0 horses in that match. Well, no, that's technically if Emma comes back, I have her, but
yes,
I'd still be okay with that.
Yep. So that would give you the one.
And anyone else you decide to draft over from people who haven't been announced yet.
Yeah. We will see how that works out.
Because there's Kelly, Victoria, possibility of Lita returning, stuff like that.
Lita just left.
Yeah. But she might come back. You never know.
It's possible. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the program at large.
Broken Lita.
Lita, yes.
That would be awesome.
No, it wouldn't.
No.
That would piss me right off.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, you see, a while ago, Lita was actually engaged to Matt Hardy. I don't know if you know this.
Uh-huh.
But yeah.
Yep.
Anyway, go ahead.
Indeed. Let's go ahead and move on to the Monday Night Raw, as we are wont to do. And we will see what happened. Where the heck is it? Come on. Oh, by the way, I will just throw this out real quick while I'm looking for the Raw link here. Well, where the hell is it? And it is worth noting that John Cena sent out a tweet regarding Southpaw Regional Wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And that at Broken Matt Hardy did reply asking if there was tag team gold for Clint Hardy to claim at Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Okay. Booker T commented on the Page situation. I'm not sure if I want to try to dissect that.
You can't read it once, though. You have to read it 5 times.
I know, that's the problem.
Tell me he didn't just fuck that.
Something like
when
that.
She was going down, it was like shucky ducky. It's like, no, Booker, stop. Dad.
Oh my God. Now I want to hear him say that. That's awesome. Here's my shucky ducky quack quack moment.
Booker. Anyway, this is probably worth mentioning. Bad Blood is coming back, by the way.
Oh?
Bad Blood will be returning as a Raw exclusive pay-per-view.
Oh, I thought that was Jim Cornette's ring name.
Ah. No, Bad Blood will be taking place on July 9th at the XL Center in Hartford, Connecticut. And it will be the first pay-per-view to take place there since No Way Out in 2000.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, Bad Blood will be returning for the Raw exclusive event coming July.
Event or actual yearly pay-per-view?
Well, right now it's a pay-per-view. We'll see if that lasts.
All right.
Also, there's apparently, because I went back and looked at the pay-per-view schedule, confirmation: Money in the Bank is SmackDown exclusive.
Yeah.
Figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell? How far back does this shit go?
I don't know, but you only need results for this week.
There we go. I got it. Okay. All right. So the March 20th edition of WWE Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
Aired live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn.
Yo, yo, yo. So, Mick Foley opened Monday Night Raw.
For the last time.
Spoilers. He came out to the ring, and he read a pre-written statement apologizing for his actions last week. He apologized for showing Mr. Socko and Triple H's mouth that says effective immediately he's taking a leave of absence. He ripped up the index cards and started freaking out. He then cut a promo on Triple H and Stephanie, but his microphone kept getting cut off. Stephanie came out, called out Foley for attacking Triple H. It says that he screws up everything, and that's why they gave him index cards. And then tells Foley, "You're fired," in her best Vince voice. Foley then starts to leave, and Sami Zayn's music hits, and he comes out to interrupt, tells Stephanie that what she's doing is wrong, and Foley has more class and integrity than she's ever had. Samoa Joe comes out before he can say anything. Stephanie sets up a match between them right now. Zayn immediately suicide dives out onto the Joe on the floor, and we go to commercial. And we come back for commercial for that match.
Hmm.
But let me fire up the document here, and we'll look at the scores before we begin scoring anything for that opening promo. Here we go. Screen share. I want this guy over here. All right. So, as you can see here, folks, current the score stand at Certified Jerkaholic in the lead at 33.99, followed by Hug Life at 31.52, and the ROS at 29.63.
Mm-hmm.
Leaderboards stand at Jack Gallagher still in the lead at 305, followed by the Raw Women's Champion Bayley at 297, and the cruiserweight champion Neville at 285. The WWE World Champion Bray Wyatt at 272, followed by AJ Styles at 267. Samoa Joe at 234, followed by the Universal Champion Kevin Owens, former Universal Champion Kevin Owens at 216. Akira Tozawa coming in at 211. The Monster Braun Strowman and Roman Reigns taking the bottom two slots at 205 apiece.
Mm-hmm. This is his yard.
No.
Yes.
No.
Come WrestleMania, it will be.
No.
I think it will.
No. If Reigns wins, we riot.
Hey, you better get your rioting gear ready.
Mm-hmm.
Is it riot gear or a Shield cosplay?
Well, that's what I was going to say. Roman Reigns is already wearing riot gear, so. So anyway, promo points are going to go to
Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn, yeah, pretty much. Let me go back over to this deal. Let me put these back in the right order. Boop. All right, go to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn.
Sami Zayn.
That's going to 136. And then we're gonna go to the match. Sami Zayn lost this match to Samoa Joe via the Coquina Clutch. So we'll start off with Zayn since he was the loser, and he's going to get 5 points for competing in 3 moves. Is another 8 points to Sami Zayn. And put him at 144. And then Samoa Joe gets 20 points for winning a match, 5 points for competing in it. Is 25. Followed by another 5 in moves is 30 points Joe. Gonna put him at 264.
Joe is gonna kill you.
Basically. So we then go backstage where Foley thanks Sammy for standing up to him. Zayn asks Foley to stay, and Foley then hugs him and walks away. Foley runs into Cesaro and Sheamus next and also hugs them and wishes them well. Other members of the roster thank Foley, and he then walks into Triple H, who tells Foley to have a nice day, and Foley exits the arena.
Promo points all around?
I'll give them all mini for that little shtick. I don't know who other members of the roster are, so I'm just going to give it to Zayn, Cesaro, and Sheamus.
And Triple H.
Yeah. And Sheamus. All right. And Cesaro.
Did you see this promo, Jim?
I did not. I never see them getting a Raw, or very rarely.
Sheamus kind of almost broke character.
Okay.
Because I swear he shed a band here before hugging Foley.
Aw.
Because Cesaro was talking about, you gave us a chance when no one else would. You had faith in us when, we didn't even have faith in ourselves, blah, blah, blah. And Sheamus was standing there looking all stoic with his arms crossed and stuff. And I swear for the briefest of moments, he broke character, nearly shed a tear as he reached out to hug Foley before Foley walked away. I was like, aw, Sheamus is learning.
Moving along. Michael Cole holds an interview with Kevin Wilk, Seth Rollins' trainer from Birmingham, Alabama via satellite. He talks about Rollins' rehab, says he's doing miraculously well. There's no doctor in America who would clear him to wrestle at WrestleMania, and that Rollins should take several more months off, and he'll be scared for Rollins' health if he competes at WrestleMania. No points to anybody for that little segment.
So they're trying to build up that Rollins is nowhere near ready to wrestle, despite the fact he basically stove into the ring, hit Triple H with a series of kicks and a standing drop kick just fine.
Yep.
But no, obviously his leg is just fucking fine if he can hit a standing drop kick like that.
Yeah, you got to remember one thing, though.
What?
He did all that before he got his knee beaten with a crutch and, ripped out by Triple H.
Yeah, but also keep in mind, his knee was protected by that knee brace, so he was effectively wearing knee armor.
Yeah, but didn't Triple H rip the knee brace off?
No, he just beat on the knee brace.
Either way, that's going to hurt the knee.
A little bit, but not that much.
Well, you clearly didn't see the later promo of Triple H on this program.
Oh, I did. It's just to build up for the fact that we'll get there, but I did see it. I'm just saying, you can't really expect me to believe that Rollins is in no way, shape, or form ready to wrestle when he did a series of kicks followed by a standing drop kick, all with his bad leg.
Well,
it was all with the bad leg, all the kicks, and and he lands on the bad leg when he comes down from the drop kick. It's the leg he uses to stabilize himself because it's the leg that hits the mat first. And I'm just like, you can't expect me to believe he's not anywhere near ready to wrestle. It's like it's the same thing of asking me to believe that Finn Balor's nowhere near ready to wrestle when he fucking slides into the ring and proceeds to clothesline a massive man over the top fucking rope. No, his shoulder is fucking fine. Thank you very much.
Anyway, moving along, Charlotte has a match against Dana Brooke.
A match.
Yeah. Oh, I hope Dana Brooke enjoyed it because according to the little dirt sheets, that's the end of her feud with Charlotte.
Yeah, well.
According to the rumors, they had originally had bigger plans for her in either a singles match against Charlotte at Mania and then potentially including Brooke in the Raw Women's title match, but she didn't get over with the audience. Gee, I wonder why. And that was scrapped, and her storyline with Charlotte is basically done, which is why she got pinned clean on Raw. So
I don't know. I heard the crowd responded to her pretty well when she came out for that match.
Isn't necessarily the reason for her push. We've heard that officials were not happy with her for a botched spot a few weeks ago during a Bayley-Charlotte match where she completely missed grabbing Bayley's leg during an important part of the match. So that could be part of it as well. But anyway,
That I would believe, yeah.
so Dana fires on a lot of offense early on, and then Charlotte just boots her in the face and pins her.
Points to me?
Basically, so Dana Brooke is going to get 5 points for showing up for this match.
Yay.
Indeed. There's 2 4.
So that's the case. So that means I'm going to have to replace Dana Brooke on my roster too, because she's effectively not going to be on the roster anymore.
Well, she'll be in the roster. She doesn't want to do a lot. She'll be the Summer Rae of Raw.
Except they might have some Ray actually doing shit if she comes back in that championship match.
I highly doubt that.
What the hell else is she going to do? Go crawling back to Fandango? I don't think she's going to want anything to do with the self-proclaimed fashion police, who's basically a glorified Brooklyn brawler at this point.
No, probably not. But I'd imagine what'll probably end up happening is she'll end up being the equivalent of what Alicia Fox was on Raw for the last 3 years before they gave her a cruiserweight character.
Maybe. Let's see.
Where she was just kind of there and showed up for a match once in a while when they needed an extra woman.
Unless she's been training and shows that she's actually halfway competent, then they might actually do something with her.
Well, we'll find out.
Mm-hmm.
You got to remember, it's been well established WWE can't book more than maybe 2 good women's feuds on a show at a time.
It's true.
So, right now they've got Maurice and Nikki going, and they've got the whole women's title situation going. So, depending on who Alexa ends up feuding with, yeah. Assuming Alexa wins, it would have to be Alexa because Alexa would get a rematch anyway. But we'll see. But anyway, so Charlotte gets 20 points, 5 for competing, and 1 for her big boot. So 26 points, Charlotte.
Yeah, Charlotte's getting me points.
It's 36, and then another 7 is 143. Okay. Following this match, we go backstage where Bayley is looking sad. Sad Bayley. Stephanie approached her to ask if she needs a hug. Bayley complains about Stephanie's actions on Raw. Stephanie books Bayley in a no disqualification match against Nia Jax. And informs her that should Nia Jax defeat her tonight, Nia Jax will be added to her women's title defense at WrestleMania, making it a fatal 4-way match.
With how big Nia is, she should have said it would be a fatal 5-way match with her taking 2 spots.
So it's a no DQ match, and the match would get harder for every participant if Nia wins. So it's super logical that Sasha would interfere. Therefore, I'm guessing Sasha does not interfere.
You are correct. In fact, it didn't even need to be a no DQ match because it was just basically a squash match in which Bayley did nothing.
Kind of. But we'll get there.
Not even using, the no DQ rules to, I don't know, take a chair to her face.
It's Bayley. She's too goody two shoes for that. You gotta remember, she's John Cena with lady parts.
John Cena would take a chair to someone's face in a no DQ match. He's not above that.
He would only do it if the other guy brought the chair in the ring first. He would not go get the chair.
Well, it depends. If he's wrestling what would amount to be Braun Strowman one-on-one, he would go get that fucking chair.
Maybe.
That's basically what it is. It's like fucking John Cena going up against like Braun Strowman or The Big Show. That's basically what this match is. I'm sorry, John Cena's not an idiot. He'd be like, yeah, no, I'm going to wear you down with the chair first, and then I'm going to AA you.
Yeah, but John Cena will just pick up an AA The Big Show outright. He's done it before.
This is true. But if they're trying to build up the underdog thing, Cena has before and would again pick up the chair and just
maybe. Even when he fought Brock did the majority of the weapons work.
Yeah, but Brock isn't that much physically bigger than John Cena.
Yeah.
Not like, Big Show, who's 7 feet tall.
And you can't teach that.
Thank you.
Anyway, so promo points to Bayley. How about that?
Squash points to Bayley.
Well, we're going to get that in a minute. We're not at that match yet.
Isn't it next?
No.
Oh.
That's going to be, let's see. That's going to put Bayley at, 8 points is 305. Bayley crests the 300 mark. How about that? Which I believe just tied her in the #1 slot with Jack Gallagher. So following this, we cut out to the ring For the highlight reel, baby!
Oh, yeah, that's right. With the real Kevin Owens.
Yes. United States champion Chris Jericho goes in the ring for the highlight reel. And he says he's going to show off the real Kevin Owens and begins showing off some embarrassing photos from Kevin's childhood where Owens was in a Y2J shirt with a Jericho poster on his wall. He says Owens looks like a fan of Jericho and that he was marking out, man. Also shows a private message Owens sent to Jericho in 2014 asking for advice. He continues making fun of Owens and he's going to transport Owens back to when he was a nerd in his basement in a Y2J shirt. He says that he's Owens' idol and that Owens is a stupid idiot. He goes to write Owens on the list again, but Samoa Joe comes out and distracts him, and Kevin Owens then attacks Jericho from behind with a pop-up powerbomb. He then rips up the list and eats a piece of it before leaving.
And spits it back out.
Yes.
He doesn't eat it. He just shoves it in his mouth, chews on it a little bit, pulls it out, drops it on the ground. Yeah, basically.
So, let's see. That's going to be Jericho promo points. He's going to put Jericho at 175. And then we're going to have Joe gets an appearance. We'll give him 7. And then Owens gets an out-of-match assault as 4, and the pop-up powerbomb is 5. So 5 points KO. $221. Okay. It's then time for a cruiserweight match with the Brian Kendrick taking on his old rival, TJ Perkins.
You mean Brian Kendrick squashing his old rival, TJ Perkins?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I don't even know why they had this match. It was just literally Brian coming at me like, "See, I can still wrestle," and walks off. And you're just like, "Wow, you just squashed the former cruiserweight champion. Wow, you're like the John Cena of the cruiserweight division. What the fuck?"
In all fairness, he's also the former cruiserweight champion.
Yeah, but he's old.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with this because I have Brian Kendrick, so therefore I get points and you don't. But still.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, at least make it a match, make it entertaining. Don't just come out and then 2 minutes later, fucking sliced bread 1, 2, 3. It's like, wait, what? I mean, that was literally the match. It was come out, let Perkins punch you a couple times, grab him, sliced bread 1, 2, 3. That was basically the match.
Well, no, Perkins went for a detonation kick and when Kendrick blocked it, Perkins knocked the ref out.
Yeah, they did that too.
And then he grabbed him by the hair for a sliced bread.
It was still way too quick for wrestlers of that caliber.
I would tend to agree, but it's Raw. We got shit to do. We have to have enough time for Triple H to talk for 25 minutes.
That's true.
Of course we do.
Anyway, so TJ Perkins lost, so TJ Perkins is going to get 5 points for showing up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. And the mighty have fallen. Brian Kendrick gets 20 points for winning, 5 for competing, and 4 move points to 29 points to the Brian Kendrick.
Woo.
It's going to be 93, 03, 13. And it's 9, 10, 11, 12 is 222.
That puts him in the top 10.
Save us 222. And yes, it did. Following the match, Brian Kendrick cut a promo in which he talks about the fact that Akira Tozawa was not there because he had some problem traveling right now because, Kendrick's in the locker room and found this right here that he struggles to pull out of his jacket for several minutes. And finally pulls out Akira Tozawa's passport that he just left laying in the locker room the other day.
And then he goes, Akira Tozawa, Brian Kendrick lesson, whatever number he's on now. 7. Be careful what you leave lying around.
Yeah, pretty much. So, promo points to Kendrick.
Indeed.
230.
And I will let his struggle go because A, he wanted to make sure it didn't fall out of the pocket when he wasn't wearing it, and when he was wearing it. And B, you could tell he was visibly completely exhausted from that match. So he, did not have fine motor control at that point, shall we say.
All right.
Because despite it being a very fast squash match, at the octane at which these guys wrestle, you'll wear yourself out in like 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah. So we cut backstage where Roman Reigns cuts what passes for a promo for him.
Yeah.
Saying Braun Strowman needs to stay out of his business. So promo points to Roman.
Let's go, Roman.
Roman sucks. All right, so we then see a video package for Goldberg, which he's not going to get points for. And then we follow along to Nia Jax backstage walking towards the entrance ramp for her match.
2 minutes later,
we cut over to Stephanie McMahon, who approaches Cesaro and Sheamus backstage and informs them that they're going to have to earn their spot at WrestleMania all over again if they want to hang out with Mick Foley. She books them in a 2-on-4 handicap match against Gallows, Anderson, Enzo, and Cass, and saying if they lose, they're also going to lose their spot at WrestleMania.
Yeah, fuck this match, if you can even call it that.
We're going to get there.
Yeah, this was probably, I will say right now, this Raw, probably one of the worst booked Raws I've seen in a long time.
Well, we'll get to that match in a minute. First, it's time for Nia Jax versus Bayley. Well, let me throw some. I'll throw some mini promo on Sheamus and Cesaro real quick.
Yes, do that. Yes, have some.
Indeed. And Sheamus. Yeah, let's see. There he is. 28. Okay. And then Nia versus Bayley, in which Bayley repeatedly attempted to put out offense. She did get some hurricanranas and things in there, but Nia just overpowered her at every turn, including the grabbing by the hair and slamming her into the barricade repeatedly. And Bayley busting out a stunner, actually, which was nice. So Nia knocks off with a Samoan drop and makes the WrestleMania match a fatal 4-way and gives me a dog in that fight. So thank you, Nia Jax. So Bayley's going to get 5 points for showing up for this match. And she's going to get 2 points for moves. So 7 points Bayley. And we got 12. Okay, 312 for Bayley. Puts Bayley in first place. Nia Jax gets 20 points for winning, 5 for competing. Oh, hang on a minute. This is a no DQ match. Specialty. Bayley gets an extra 3 points for being in a specialty match.
The mouse needs to stop sucking.
15. What's that?
So your mouse needs to stop sucking.
What do you mean?
Your mouse cursor was jumping all over the place.
Oh, weird. I think it's Skype lag.
You mean Google lag?
Google lag. Yeah, whatever we're on. I don't know.
Interwebs lag.
Yeah, by the way, Google, get an add-on together so I can run your shit on Firefox again, please. Thank you. Anyway, as I was saying, Nia Jax gets 20 for winning, 5 for competing, and another 5 for moves. So, let's see, that's 30, and 10 for winning a specialty match is 40, and 3 for competing in a specialty match is 43 points to Nia Jax. He's 73. Yeah, puts her at 174. After this, we have a because it is Women's History Month and the month of March, we do get a nice video package highlighting the career of Mae Young that I really enjoyed. I thought that was cool. We then cut into the ring where Michael Cole introduces the COO, Triple H.
Bow down to the king of kings.
And I gotta say something about this promo. Aside from it being a 20-minute Triple H promo, I've realized something and it made me sad.
What's that?
You know what I realized that kind of made me sad? In retrospect, thinking about everything that happened.
What's that?
This was the best part of the show.
Yes, like I said, this show was the worst book show in existence. You know what I realized?
What did you realize?
This is why, bar none, Triple H is the best heel in history. And this is why nobody can cut a promo like Triple H, because he does one thing that no one else does and even thinks to do.
What's that?
Even as a heel, Triple H knows how to and will play the crowd.
Oh yeah.
Which no one else does. Not even The Rock, not even Austin does this. But Triple H, because at one point in his promo, he turns around after he says, let's make this an unsanctioned match. Seth Rollins next week, you come out here and you sign this contract for this unsanctioned match. And he turns around to the crowd because the crowd's like chanting, yes, 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 yes. And because it's Triple H and he's in tune with everything about this business because he's been in it for so long, he turns around to the crowd and goes, is that what you want? Is that what you want? It's like he's totally playing up the crowd, and I'm like, wow, that's why he's a legend. No one else can do that. Nobody. I've never seen anybody do that. Be the heel, be absolutely fucking hated, but turn around and play the crowd as the heel. I'm like, okay, that's why Triple H is a legend. That's why he is the king. He's the best. In the ring, he's not that great, but this, give him a mic, he'll have you eating out of the palm of his hand, and you'll pay him for it. That's how good he is.
Your king also has someone sign a contract for an unsanctioned match.
Well, yes, that's true.
So maybe he's unclear on definitions of words.
Well, no, it's more of a...
The idea is it's not a contract for the match. Seth Rollins is signing a contract saying, if we have this unsanctioned match, I will not sue you for destroying me.
See, if he's like, come out and sign this waiver, then it'd be like, okay.
Yeah, that's more what it was. It was basically, Triple H identified it as a hold harmless agreement.
Yeah.
Well, haven't they done that before where they had people sign a contract for an unsanctioned match and you're like,
Yeah, they've done that.
Yeah. But yeah, if you haven't seen this yet, John, go watch this promo. It'll just remind you of why he's the best, and it'll remind you of like his greatest like Attitude Era and Aggression Era promos, because that's basically what it was. And it makes me weep a little bit because that's when I realize the best in-ring performer on the roster is the one behind the fucking desk. And I'm just like, oh god.
Yeah, and that's you realize how good Triple H is in the promo, and you realize how lackluster the promos of a lot of these new guys are in comparison.
Pretty much. In that 125-minute promo, he just buried both rosters in terms of mic capability.
Yeah, basically.
And it makes me sad because I'm just like, wow, the best guy is the one running the company. What the fuck is wrong here?
Yeah. I would give one exception to that.
What's that?
AJ Styles.
I think Triple H is still a better mic man.
I think he's a better mic man, but I don't think he varied Styles because Styles can also play a crowd.
I would say the only person he didn't outright bury...
That's right, because you want to see me beat up John Cena, don't you? Yeah.
That's true. I would say the only person he didn't outright bury is Chris Jericho, but that's because you can't really bury Chris Jericho.
He already did that years ago.
Yeah, he did that years. He spent years doing that.
But what I'm saying is on the mic...
Jericho has short hair.
Yeah, but I'm saying on the mic, Jericho's almost that good.
I would say Jericho is that good.
Ooh, yeah, almost. Ooh,
that's a shot.
I don't know because even as a heel, you don't see Jericho play the crowd that much. Because when he's the heel, they will.
No, but that's not because he can't. It's because he chooses not to.
Possibly.
I feel like the Jericho thing was very much playing the crowd.
That's true. Jericho's not even talking. Come on.
Because I would put Jericho on the same level as The Rock, which is to say they're both great on the mic. They're probably the best mic men in the business. However, what they can do that Triple H either can't do or doesn't do is they know how to entertain. Regardless if they're the face or the heel, they can entertain. Triple H can play the crowd, and I think there's a difference there. And I think the fact that Triple H plays the crowd and does it so well, that's what makes him, bar none, the best guy on the mic, regardless of the role you want him to be in. Because he can pull off that role and make the crowd either love or hate you with just one quip. The Rock and Jericho can't do that. Despite how good they are, they can't do that. And that one promo made me realize that. It made me sad because The Rock is my favorite superstar of all time. And I think he's bar none the best mic man in the business. But it just made me realize Triple H can do something no one else can do. And it's just because he's, well, to quote Triple H, that damned good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh. and then that made me miss Dusty Rhodes because he's the one who championed in the back, teaching these young up-and-comers the art of the microphone and the art of cutting a promo and stuff. And it's like, oh, you're not
I'm pretty sure Triple H got taught the art of the microphone. It was for Shawn Michaels.
Which is fine. I'm talking about like current superstars, like in the Performance Center and NXT and stuff.
Oh,
He
yeah,
was always the
that's
one
true.
that was like, having a good gimmick and being good in the ring is one thing, but you need to know how to cut a promo or you're dead in the water, which is totally true. So he was always a big proponent of, hey, Performance Center people, you need to teach these young up-and-comers how to handle a mic, how to talk to a crowd, how to draw from the crowd, or they're going to be dead once they get handed a mic. Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
And it just makes you realize they don't really focus on that. They focus more on the performance aspect, the physical performance aspect, as opposed to can you talk? When can you talk is a huge factor in this type of industry, because that's half of your character is being able to connect with the fans either as a heel or as a face. If you can't do that, your gimmick is dead in the water. No matter how good you are, if you lose in the minute a mic goes to your mouth, you're done.
Yeah,
That's why people like Paul Heyman exist.
Pretty much.
But those are few and far between. Most of those people don't really exist anymore. Most of the superstars, they're kind of on their own, or they're dumped into a tag team that they probably shouldn't be in, but they have to because they can't talk.
Or they bring their wife with them.
Or they bring their wife with them. Yeah. Or they fuck their way to a manager.
I think sometimes though the promos are mostly scripted for them.
There's that too.
The other problem.
I'm sure that there's some
you can tell Triple H just winged that entire thing.
And that's why Jericho would be
Triple H probably wrote like 5 bullet points on a napkin and then just stuck it in his pocket and walked out there.
Probably.
And that's why all the legends, all the previous superstars, Attitude Era superstars are so much better, because they're given that free reign of, well, just hit these points, but do whatever you can do. Like Mick Foley, that's why he's damned good on the mic, because he rarely scripts himself. The only thing he ever writes down, at least nowadays, is where he's at, because he's old and senile and doesn't know where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
But aside from that, I mean, you heard when he ripped up the stuff and was about to just completely go off, you heard how great that sounded. You heard how great he sounded when he started cutting those promos against the Authority the last few weeks. That's Mick Foley unfucking scripted. And that's why he's good. That's why those Arabs are good. And that's why when The Rock came back, he sucked balls, because they wrote his shit instead of saying, Dwayne, go say shit. If they'd have done that, Rock's promos would have been 10 times better. But no, they had to script it so it wouldn't bury fucking John Cena, because they knew well they just gave Dwayne a fucking mic and said talk, John Cena would be done.
Yeah.
John Cena, he's good, but he cannot hold a candle to The Rock on a microphone. It's just not happening.
Pretty much. But the other thing you got to consider is, they script a lot of the superstar stuff, but there are reasons is they want to make sure they know what, especially with this PG era, they're very protective of their content and of their product, because recent example, if you don't keep things scripted and make sure people know what is and is not acceptable, people that aren't The Rock are going to come out and start calling CM Punk in the middle of the ring.
This is true.
But anyway, let us move on with the program.
Yeah, sorry about that. I just love that Triple H promo. It's the best thing I've heard.
I love that. It's a great promo. Yeah, I agree with you. It's a great promo. I gave Triple H promo points for that. Moving along, and it's time for what was supposed to be a handicap match.
Yeah, right.
Not really.
I'm gonna go grab some water while you score this.
You go right ahead. So it was the Club and Enzo and Cass versus Cesaro and Sheamus in a handicap match. Except that before the match even starts, the Club immediately attack Enzo and Cass and take them out of the picture. The bell rings. Cesaro grabs Anderson and hits him with a big swing. Anderson manages to get up and hit a flying kick in return. And Cass beats up Gallows at ringside while Sheamus tags in and bro kicks Anderson, and they get the win while everybody else is busy outside the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Retaining their spot in the match. And afterward, Cass hits a boot on Gallows, and then Enzo and Cass hit the bada boom onto Anderson.
Yeah, like I said, fuck this match, if you can call it that. Like I said, worst booked Raw in a long, long time.
Yeah. So let's see here. So the 4 guys that lost the match. So Gallows had no points. So Gallows just this technically constitutes a specialty match, however, because it's a handicap match.
I guess.
I don't know, John, what do you think?
I thought handicap were a specialty.
Yeah, so we're going to get specialty. So, that being the case, we'll start off with Gallows, who did nothing. So Gallows gets 5 points for competing, and 3 for being. So 8 is the standard for this match. So 8 going to go to Gallows. There is Gallows. Here we go. So that's going to put him at 179. Carl Anderson is going to get the 8, plus he had 1 move for that kick. So that's going to be 9 points to Carl Anderson. Put him at 188. And then we're going to have, let's see, Enzo had 1 move, so he's going to get 9 points. Where are they? Too far. Enzo. That's going to put him at 171. And then Cass had 2 points. So Cass is going to get 10 points. 182. And then on the winning team,
boo.
Yeah, we're going to have, let's see, Cesaro was the non-legal man, so we'll do him first. So Cesaro is going to get the 8 points for being in the match. 1 for his move is 9. And then 15 points for being on the winning team. So 15 plus 9 is going to be 24 points. 24 points Cesaro.
Did you add the specialty match points?
Yes. That's included the 8. So 24 points to Cesaro.
Fair enough.
So that's going to put him at 199.
Claudio.
And then Sheamus gets himself, let's see, 20 points for winning and 5 for competing is 25. 10 for winning a specialty is 35. Well, let's do this. 20 for winning and 10 for winning specialty is 30 for that. 8 for the standard is 38. And then move-wise, he had the 1 move, the bro kick, so 39 points to Sheamus.
Fair enough.
Is 59 plus 8 is 167. All right. Because we only give the 10 victory points to the guy who got the pinfall, right, for the specialty?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, cool. Moving on. We cut backstage to The New Day.
Where they promptly make a joke about Paige and Xavier Woods.
Yeah, basically.
As well they should.
Xavier did that when he was hosting the awards show that he was at over the weekend as well, the last weekend.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Him and the lady host he was with were going back and forth about telling people, do this, all right, so let's get ready, gonna do this, do that, like hyping people up. And the last thing, it came to the last thing, and Cesaro had, I should say Cesaro, what the fuck? Not that match. Xavier had the last thing, and delete your Twitter. Sad. And he just had a sad face. He just stopped for a minute. So he's been kind of lampshading a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the New Day get promo points. So Big E will get, we'll put him at 150. And Kofi. There we go. We'll get 8. That's going to put him as his 3 at 125. And Xavier. Let's see. So 8-3 is 105. Okay.
Also, Big E is losing his mind.
I think he is.
He sang. I can't remember what he sang. He sang something though, but he sang it twice. And he started singing it a second time at the end, and Xavier returns to him and goes, "Yo, E, you kind of already did that. This is kind of the end of the thing. We should probably outro." Okay. I'm just like, what the hell was that?
No, he did the second thing when they were talking about what matches they were set for WrestleMania, and he said Goldberg Brock twice.
Oh, that's right. Like, dude, you already said that.
Oh, right.
I was like, dude, you're losing your mind. Just what the hell, dude? We need to put you in a rocking chair already, Big E.
He's double excited.
I guess. I was like, really?
So launch of his new gimmick, Broken E.
Broken E. A broken hard E.
There you go. Anyway.
E. Langston.
Yes, perfect.
And no reaction from John. He hates it that much.
He does. I sense his rage.
He's not green, so I don't sense anything.
That's a
red
secret.
for
He's
now.
always angry.
There you go.
Anyway, moving along. It's time for another cruiserweight match. It's going to be Austin Aries versus Tony Nese.
Yep, another squash match.
Kind of. Nese actually put up a fight.
Kind of.
He had some moves. He applied a torture rack and some other stuff. He cost himself when he went for a moonsault and hit nothing. That's what really ended his chances in that match. So Tony Nese lost this match, so he's going to get 5 points for competing. And no moves as far as I could gather. So.
From Tony?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because the only things that he did was a torture rack, which is not his move, and the moonsault, which would be a move had he hit it, but he didn't. So, not much. 5 points, Tony Nese. You have failed me, Tony Nese. And Austin Aries is going to get 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 5 for competing in it. And he had 7 moves, which is going to put him up at 22? No, wait. 20 for winning, 5 for competing is 25, and then 7, 32. 32 points to Austin Aries.
Yay.
Puts it at 185.
Austin Aries.
Following this, Neville comes out with a microphone. He confronts Aries, says, Aries, I could go to the ring right now and obliterate you. You know why? Because you are beneath me. You are no threat. And Aries tells Neville that was the worst interview segment he's ever heard on Monday Night Raw.
Did you say obliviate? Is Neville like a wizard now?
Obliterate.
Nev Zodia.
Yes. I approve. And Jeff, did you need to ask that question? His name is Neville.
Good point. Yeah, but that's his last name. That's not his first name.
It's his only name. Like Cesaro was only Cesaro.
Right.
Anyway, so Aries says, "You're right. You're right about one thing, Neville. I'm not at your level. I'm above your level. And I want you to take some time right now. I want you to, over the next couple of weeks, I want you to walk around and tell everybody who will listen how you're the king of the cruiserweights. Because come WrestleMania, I'm going to dethrone you and I'm going to take that title." So pro points to those guys. It's going to be 93. And Neville. Is 293. Where is it? I'm just curious. Who was he? Yeah, Neville has exactly 100 more points than Austin. How about that?
Yeah, that's because he's got 2 title defenses.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally his 100 points right there.
We get a WrestleMania flashback to Angle versus Lesnar, and then a video package hyping Lesnar's side of the main event rivalry. Following this, Braun Strowman does a brief interview saying he's going to destroy Roman Reigns tonight, and tells Undertaker that if he wants Reigns at Mania, he'll have to scrape what's left of him off the mat first. Promo to Braun Strowman.
Young up-and-comer.
Indeed. Puts him at 213. Yeah, it's Strowman in the top 10.
He was already in the top 10.
No, he got knocked out.
Oh.
Earlier in the evening, but he's back now. And our main event is Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman.
Okay.
And a myriad of Roman Reigns hitting finishing moves, Braun blocking a large chunk of them. And the end result is a disqualification.
Was it disqualification? I thought Taker just kind of interrupted.
He did, but when he interrupted, he chokeslammed Braun Strowman.
Yes.
Therefore, by default, he attacked Braun Strowman, which means Roman Reigns was disqualified.
But no one ever called for the bell.
Doesn't matter.
That means the match is still going.
Yeah, I would say that matters. I would say it's a no contest if no one rings the bell.
Except by the just because somebody didn't bother to ring the bell does not eliminate the rules from applying. And the rules stipulate that if someone gets attacked, the person who did not get attacked is disqualified.
If they ring the bell and say that.
No. Rules apply anyway. You don't need a bell.
I don't think so.
Did they say how the match ended on Raw or no?
Let's check WWE.com and see what they say. Page 4 Raw. Oh boy, Goldberg and Lesnar are both going to be in Philadelphia Monday night. Where is the nuts? I want to see the results of last week's program. 120. Yes, yeah, that's what we're looking for. Braun Strowman defeated Roman Reigns via disqualification.
Okay, then.
The WWE has spoken. You're shit out of luck.
I call bullshit on that.
Call bullshit all you want, but go call it to Triple H. I don't want to listen to it.
Well, fuck you, too. Because I didn't actually hear a bell ring at all. And usually in those situations, it's just a no contest. If someone interferes and no bell is rung.
If a no contest, if someone interferes, it attacks both participants. If they only attack one, it doesn't count.
Yeah, but usually they ring the bell and they're like, and you hear the bell ring, so like the ref calls for the match, but the ref didn't even call the match to end. So technically the match never ended. Because the ref has to be the one to end the match. If the ref doesn't end the match doesn't end. And the ref never ended the match, as far as I'm concerned.
But the ref doesn't have to if the rules are obvious. The match ends itself.
I'm pretty sure the ref still has to end the match.
Nah. The WWE has spoken. Sorry.
Fuck the WWE.
I would tend to agree with you, but right now, that's what we're going by.
Yeah, you don't say that because it further screws me.
We had an agreement. We started this that WWE.com was the ultimate arbiter of match result.
They don't even have fucking results on here. I don't know where the fuck you're seeing this. I've been trying to find the results on WWE.com, and all I see is a preview for this week. I don't see the results for last week.
You have to scroll down below the list of articles here. I'm just going to link it to you on Skype. I'm just going to complain about it here.
God damn it. Stop reloading shit. Fuck that. Fuck this website. I hate WWE's website. Let's see. That's not the results I clicked on, but okay, here we go.
And I quote, but once Reigns had recovered enough to set Strowman up for the spear, The Undertaker materialized in the middle of the ring and, after a long stare down with Reigns, opted to take out Strowman instead, handing the monster a disqualification win.
I still disagree with that because the match never ended.
You are welcome to disagree with it, but based on the rules established for this contest, you're shit out of luck.
What does John say? Since he hasn't said anything.
I would go with whatever the site says. WWE. However they officially rule it is unfortunately usually what I would say go with.
All right.
Despite the fact that the footage clearly doesn't support it.
Anyway. So this was a slobber knocker. So Roman had, let's see, 7. 13 move points, plus his 5 for competing is 18. And being in the main event is another 4, is 22 points Roman. Would be 32 and 3 is 135. Braun Strowman is going to get 20 points for winning. 5 for competing is 25. Another 9 for competing in and winning the main event. Puts him at 34. And 12 moves is 44. 46 points to Braun Strowman. 56 and 3 is 259. All right. And 1 point, 3 to the Undertaker for an appearance. Well, actually 6 to the Undertaker for an interference, and 1 for the choke slam. So 7 points Undertaker. Puts him at 12. All right. And thus endeth Monday Night Raw. Let us proceed to the SmackDowns. Where many points will be had. It's very quiet in here.
Sorry.
He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole wide world in his hands.
Not for long.
Well, probably not, but at any rate, SmackDown is airing this week from the Mohegan Sun Arena in Uncasville, Connecticut. The broadcast kicks off with a look at what's been going on between Shane and AJ, including AJ being fired by Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is shown backstage when AJ approaches him. AJ all smiles and asks him where Shane is, and Bryan says he doesn't want AJ there anymore, but is glad Shane will get AJ back for attacking him. Bryan says that Shane is on his way to the building. AJ threatens to beat him down again upon his arrival. So, promo points to AJ. $275. All right. Mauro Ranallo is out sticking in, as was noted. So Tom Phillips, JBL, and David Otunga are here tonight. I guess Otunga finished filming his movie. Movie roll. Sorry.
You lied to me.
I know. He was out last week. They said he was filming a movie. That's what JBL and Tom Phillips told me. I'm sorry.
He must not have had a big role then.
Apparently not. It was probably his wife's movie.
He's playing some crazy prosecutor in the Phoenix Wright American adaptation.
Yes.
Ha!
That was just to hide it. He's not actually in a movie at all. That was to hide the fact that he was preparing legal action against TNA for when they hire the Hardys.
I would buy that.
Anyway, so AJ comes out to the ring and he proceeds to cut a promo about beating up Shane McMahon.
Did he actually say that?
Probably not.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't see the beginning of SmackDown. By putting him through a car window last week. He formally accepts Shane's challenge for WrestleMania and says he'll meet him in the parking lot tonight. If we thought last week was bad, tonight will be phenomenally worse.
Wah, wah.
Mic drop.
He's not CM Punk.
Pipe bomb. So, more promo points to AJ Styles. I'm going to throw him 3. I'll count the backstage one as a mini, and this is an extension of it. So,
all right.
We're going 278 on that. All right. Moving along, The Miz and Maurice will be delivering a never-before-seen episode of Total Bellas tonight.
This was actually kind of funny. Have you seen this, John?
Yes,
No.
not, but I mentioned it.
Total Bellas bullshit. It's kind of funny.
So, Daniel Bryan is backstage on the phone with Shane and tells him that AJ is waiting for him in the parking lot. And it sounds like Shane has a plan. Baron Corbin walks in, though, and wants to know whether Dean accepted his challenge for a match at WrestleMania. And he says that he hasn't heard from Ambrose yet, but Corbin does have a match tonight against Randy Orton.
Yes, he does.
New England Patriots member Rob Gronkowski's in the front row tonight.
Boo.
Boo, indeed. And we then cut to the ring for a tag team championship match, player.
Boo.
American Alpha defending the belts against the Usos.
Fuck you, Jimson.
Thank you, Usos.
Fuck you, Jimson.
Thank you, Usos. So, American Alpha battle the Usos. It's a good back and forth match. A lot of moves exchanged back and forth. Super kicks, suplexes, all kinds of good stuff. The match ends when Gable hits a moonsault onto Jay, but then Jimmy throws him out of the ring, crotches Jordan on the middle rope behind the ref's back, and then super kicks Gable for the win when he gets back in. The Usos are your new tag team champions. And it's worth noting that there are rumors that this may have happened because the hashtag Team Hardy may show up at WrestleMania against them.
Okay.
Hold
Why
all
not?
3 belts.
Why not put them against American Alpha? That would have been a fine match.
Because they're faces. You don't want to put faces against faces.
Yeah. I don't know. Right now, the Usos don't have a match at WrestleMania. In fact, on Talking Smack, they were like, "Come on, Brian, give us a match at WrestleMania."
Yep. Well, like I said, they may book a thing where they don't have a match, and then they just show up at WrestleMania saying, "This is crap. We don't have a match here, so we're just ringing an open challenge for the tag titles." Then the Hardys just show up
and screw the American Alpha out of their rematch.
Yes.
Wow. I'm sorry, John.
It's worth noting that the American Alpha might not be in the picture for a couple of weeks because and I didn't mention this during the news, but you can see the images online. Not the current weekend that we're in the middle of, but this past weekend, Jason Jordan got married.
Oh. John left.
He may be going on a honeymoon, so he just signed back into Skype. He's having internet issues. But yes, Jason Jordan got married on the weekend to his lovely wife. Congratulations to him. We wish them the best. And so, yeah, if he goes on a honeymoon, American Alpha might not be able to have matches for like a week or two. So that might be why they dropped the belts and prep for WrestleMania.
So are they going to modify the rematch clause to say they can rematch against whoever the tag champs is, not against who they lost?
Either that, or they'll just like snap book them on SmackDown. They'll book them in a quick rematch, have them lose, and not
if Jason Jordan's not there.
Well, like I said, he may show up for SmackDown and then go on his honeymoon. They do that sometimes.
Fair enough. In which case, if they do that, fuck them hard because you don't need all those extra points.
Yeah, well. Let's continue. So anyway, American Alpha lost, so we'll do them first. Oh, John's on a BRB. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
If that Hardy's match gets booked, I hope the Hardys win.
Indeed.
Just because you don't need those points at WrestleMania. If you get retention points at WrestleMania, that's it. It's over. You've won. You might have already won anyway just because of the other points you're getting because you are probably more than likely like 99% chance you're getting the Universal Championship. So you will have those points, which you don't need.
Mm-hmm.
Also, if the Hardys do come back, I want the Hardys.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite tag team ever.
Well, we're going to find out because if the Hardys show up at WrestleMania, That's the season ender, which means the Hardys will be available for free draft in our post-WrestleMania draft.
Yeah, and if I end up with the Hardys, you better not draft them because, like I said, they're my favorite tag team. I want the Hardys, regardless if they're getting good or not. As long as they're actually going to be wrestling, of course.
Yeah. But anyway, so American Alpha lost this match, so we'll do them first. So Chad Gable had 2 moves, so that's 5, 6, 7 points to Chad Gable, which is 156. Jason Jordan actually had a lot of moves. He was kicking ass. He was suplexing the shit out of people in this match.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually had 8 points worth of moves. 5 for competing is 13. And yeah, 13 points to Jason Jordan. That puts him at 114. Okay. Okay, next up, your new tag team champions. So Jay hit the super kick on Gable for the win. So we'll do Jimmy first. So Jimmy had 1 move. So Jimmy is going to get 15 points for being on the winning team in this match. He's going to get 15 points for winning the tag titles, is 30. 1 for his move is 31. Well, 31 to Jimmy. Right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You're an idiot. You were right on him, and you just scrolled him off the map.
I know, so 31. So that's 93. That's 94 points. And then Jay gets 20 points for winning. He's going to get... No, wait a second. I'm confused.
Just give them points already.
No, I am. I'm just trying to make sure I get the right points.
Doesn't matter. Just give them points.
Yes, it does matter.
Not really.
Yes, it does. So we're tag team title, so it's 30 points each for a win. It's actually 15 more for him. That's 104, and 5 is 109 is where he should be. So 30 points to Jay on a win. For that. 20 for winning the match is 50. 5 for competing is 55. And he had 2 moves, yes. It's 57 points to Jay.
You're on, Jay.
I know.
Apparently you don't know because you clicked off him.
$130. All right. We cut back to AJ Styles, who's in the parking lot waiting for Shane to arrive. Keep tabs on him.
Small promo? Mini promo?
Yeah, I'll give AJ a mini for that. What the hell? It's an appearance if nothing else, so 81. And then we cut to the first clip of the new unseen episode of Total Bellas.
Which was awesome, and you need to see this too, John, if you haven't seen it.
I have not.
Parodies features The Miz doing his best John Cena impression and mocking the contract that he had Nikki sign to move in with him.
Yeah, my credit to Maurice for playing both the Bella twins. And having a much larger rack than Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
All natural, baby. I'm assuming hers is all natural.
Who knows?
But yeah, it was pretty funny. It was pretty good.
Indeed. So we'll give promo to Miz and Maurice for that.
Fair enough. Of course, what followed that made me go, are you fucking kidding me? What followed it was something we didn't need to see.
Tell me, I didn't just see that.
Pretty much. That was pretty much my reaction.
And where the hell is Maurice? Up here. 8 is 37. Okay. So following this, we had ourselves a one-on-one match between Randy Orton and Baron Corbin.
Which was actually halfway decent.
It was.
Orton for the win.
Indeed. Orton went for, Corbin did a good job countering Orton's RKO attempts and moves for the most of the match. They went back and forth for a while. There was a nice RKO reversal into a deep 6. But Dean Ambrose drove out to the arena on a forklift. He hired a forklift driver, apparently. And he stood on top of the forklift and asked Corbin if he was busy, which distracted Corbin, who turned around into an RKO.
Yay.
Yeah.
All match points to me.
Indeed.
And interference points to, is it John that has Dean?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, John has Dean.
Yep. So Dean will get 6 points for interference.
Woo.
Indeed.
Does he get interference with a foreign object since he came out on a forklift?
No. All right. So Baron Corbin lost the match. So Baron Corbin is going to get 5 points for competing in the match and 7 for moves. Is 12 points to Baron Corbin.
Baron Corbin.
192.
Yay.
And then
Orton.
Randy Orton.
Orton.
They were in the Northeast. Orton. He's going to get 20 points for winning the match. He's going to get 5 for competing in it. And he's got 4 moves, so 29 points to Randy Orton.
His voice is in his head.
Yeah, pretty much. 85, and then 9 is 194. So after the match, Dean Ambrose walks down to the ring. He informs Baron Corbin that he accepts his challenge for a WrestleMania match for the Intercontinental Championship, and he then picks Baron Corbin up and hits him with a dirty deed.
Fuck
1 point.
you.
That's 4 for an assault and 1 for a dirty deed. So that's 5 more points to Dean Ambrose. 128. We come back to AJ Styles, who's still in the loading bay waiting for Shane.
And the saga continues.
Indeed.
And as I said to you on that night, really, we're doing this again?
Yeah. Yes, we are. So we come backstage where Randy Orton is being post-match interviewed by Renee.
This
The
is
lights.
why Road Dog sucks.
What's that?
I said, this is why Road Dog sucks.
Yeah.
He's not original at all.
And the lights start dimming, and we hear some strange music. And the camera pans down, and the floor turns from concrete to hard wood, though the walls are still concrete blocks. And then a bunch of people in rabbit masks appear behind Randy Orton, and Orton starts fighting them off. But they eventually manage to hold him back and put him against the wall. One of them is really obviously Tyler Breeze.
Ah.
Like, you could see his fucking ponytail
Ha!
behind the mask.
Nice.
Well, is this why he does what he does later? Because he was told to by his master.
Probably. But anyway, they hold Orton down, and Bray Wyatt walks in and blesses Orton with some type of a cross thing that he was carrying. And tells Orton that he basically explained that he changed him because, you see, you thought I had one weakness, and that was Sister Abigail. But you took that weakness away, Randy. Sister Abigail's spirit resides within me now. I'm stronger than I've ever been. Thank you, Randy, for removing my one weakness. And then he sings "Got the Whole World in His Hands." And promo. So promo points to Bray Wyatt.
Says one other we know is Breeze. Can I get promo points for Breeze too?
He didn't say anything.
Oh, many promo points then.
No.
But you know it's Breeze. Therefore, he had screen time.
Yes, the WWE Universe. Breeze is getting points later.
Yeah, I know. I want
We're
more
gonna get
points.
there.
I need more points. Come on, John, back me up here.
No. We don't know who all of them are. Yeah.
Yeah. At least it was somebody with a blonde ponytail. I'm assuming it was Tyler Breeze.
Probably.
Anyway, speaking of this, so Fandango comes out to the ring for his match, and he is accompanied by his new lady friend, Breezy Bella.
Yeah, they went there. I'm like, wow, we didn't need to see that.
All naturals.
Uh-huh.
So he brings his girl Breezy Bella to the ring, and they await John Cena, who is Fandango's opponent tonight. John Cena comes out to the ring. He brings out the real Nikki after a couple of minutes of standing on the ramp looking at them questionably. And they get in the ring. And Fandango opens up by cutting a promo on Cena and issuing him some tickets. He issues him one for something to bring Nikki to the ring. He issues him one for wearing jorts in 2017. And I don't remember what the last one was for, but every time he said it, he's like, Breezy, give him a ticket. And Breezy would throw a ticket at him every time. And following this, when the bell rang, Cena just beats him up, and Cena immediately goes into the 5 moves of doom. Nikki joins in at the point of the 5-knuckle shuffle, on hair hitting it on Breezy, and they proceed to drop the 2, and in the end, hit double AAs and tap them both out with an STF.
Okay, then.
So, let's see. Technically, what happened here is Nikki and Breezy are going to get accompaniment points. So that's 5. So that's going to be 124. And then Breezy. 25. And then Nikki gets 1 for the STF because the other moves are not her moves.
Fuck you. She should also get accompaniment points.
I gave her accompaniment points.
You only gave her 1. I only saw you give her 1.
Because I had previously given her the 5.
Oh.
I did her before I went down to Breezy.
Fair enough.
Indeed. And then Fandango had no moves, so Fandango gets 5 points for showing up. And I'll throw him 3 for a mini promo for issuing tickets. So we'll give 8 points to Fandango.
Should Breezy not also get those points?
Breezy didn't have a microphone and didn't talk.
No, he issued the tickets.
I'll throw him 3. 8. And then John Cena gets 20 points for winning, 5 for competing, and 5 for hitting his 5 moves of doom is 30 points to John Cena.
Isn't it 6? It's 5 moves of doom plus finisher.
Yeah, but he...
Because didn't he hit both the AA and the STF? Therefore, that'd be 6 points. Or am I counting incorrectly?
I don't know. Shoulder tackle, back body drop, 5-knuckle shuffle, AA, STF.
Because I could have swore his 5 moves of doom was his come back into one of his finishers, but because he hit both his finishers, it'd be 6.
Well, technically, he hits 2 shoulder tackles when he starts it off. So technically, yeah, I guess it would be. So, fair enough. So in that case, 31 points to John Cena.
Oh, I didn't know he was in there. I thought it was Lance Catamaran.
That would have been awesome.
199. And then 30 would be, let's see, 209 to 219, 229. This is where John Cena will be. It is worth noting that as these whole ridiculousness is going on in the ring, JBL did proceed to point out something to the general effect of, I think we need Chet Cheddarfield and Lance Catamaran out here to call this one.
Nice. Reference to the 2 men in the ring.
Yeah.
Broadcast partners fighting each other for the love of 2 women.
Yes. Also, props to whoever edited a picture of like mid-90s Jericho and Storm being interviewed by Clint Bobsky.
Nice.
So that happens. AJ Styles is still in the parking lot.
Mm-hmm.
You're just getting 3 points every time we see him in the parking lot.
Okay.
Not you, him. You don't have AJ Styles. Why would I give you points?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fighting words, John. So Becky Lynch was supposed to have a match against Carmella.
Mm-hmm.
James Ellsworth came out in Carmella's corner. Natalya was on commentary, but Ellsworth and Natalya got immediately involved, and the whole thing was ruled a no contest.
Fuck you.
Mickey and Alexa both ran out, and all four women began brawling in the ring. Carmella used Ellsworth as a human shield to take a drop kick from Becky. And then Alexa was the last woman standing, heading backstage first with her women's title belt.
For now.
For now. So technically this was just...
out of match assault all around?
Pretty much, yeah. Basically. I will throw Natalya commentary and Ellsworth accompaniment.
Fair enough.
So, let's see, 5 would be, 3 would be 122. And then Natty would also get the assault as another 4 is 126. Ellsworth gets accompaniment points.
Yeah. I will say, and I doubt this will happen, but if Victoria comes back, she needs to come back with her original gimmick, with her original theme song. All the things she
go
said.
Through my head, go the things she said.
It's one of the greatest theme songs ever. I love that song. But they won't do it because they'll probably use her fucking Laker Girl theme song. Which I'm like, no, she needs to be creepy ass like Bray Wyatt style Victoria. Because that video too was fucking awesome, where she had like the Illuminati eye in her hand and shit. That was fucking awesome.
Given it's WrestleMania, am I the only one who wants Alundra Blaze to show up in the match?
She might. I wouldn't put it past them to have extended that olive branch, or not the olive branch, but the hand to her and say, hey, you want another match?
Yeah.
It's for the women's title.
One of, yeah.
It's for the better looking women's title. It's true. It's a better looking one. I don't particularly care for the Raw one.
Fair enough. WrestleMania shocker. Alundra Blaze wins the SmackDown title. Next week on TNA.
Yeah, she wouldn't do that. Not after being inducted to the Hall of Fame.
Anyway, so where the hell was I? Right, giving people points for this brand of assault. Let's see. So Ellsworth, we gave him his points. So who else was involved? Alexa and Mickey. Let's give them some points. So that's 174. And Mickey down here is going to get up to 148. And he was actually in the match, Carmella and Becky. So I'll give them each 5 because they were technically match participants.
Mm-hmm.
So Becky is 5, puts on 186, and 5 for Carmella. 68. And Becky gets 1 point for hitting a missile drop kick on James Ellsworth.
Okay, then.
Carmella used him as a shield. Okay. We then have Sheamus and Sasha in an anti-smoking PSA. Because sure, why not? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. That happened. I'm not giving the points for that. We then see another portion of the new episode of Total Bellas, where they imply that they're reading off of cue cards.
Some more promo points to Miss Maurice.
Yep. Miss Cena and Bella have a bed for TV, but in reality they sleep in separate rooms elsewhere in the house. He corrects several more jokes about their dating contract and Cena not proposing to Bella. So more promo points to Miz and the Maurice. Yeah, click. 16, all right. Following this, we're informed that Cena and Nikki will be on Talking Smack. And Luke Harper's going to fight Bray Wyatt next week. So that's cool. A car pulls up stage in the parking lot, and AJ gets really excited, but it's only Rhino and Heath. Who say hi and walk past him. So, appearance points for Rhino and Heath.
Woo! He needs that job. He's got kids.
Yeah. And Heath is up here somewhere. There we go. That's 3 points for an appearance. Is 28. All right. And so AJ apparently gets tired of those. He's sitting in the parking lot when Shane, his music hits inside the arena, revealing he's already there.
Dun, dun, dun.
He makes his way out to the ring. He gets on a mic and tells AJ he's waiting for him. And we cut backstage where Renee informs AJ that Shane is in the ring. And AJ walks in that direction, taking his sweet-ass time. He grabs a microphone on his way to the ring and then heads out. He apologizes for attacking Shane, saying that, I was wrong. You're not like the other McMahons. And I want to shake your hand and formally apologize for what I did. I should not attack you from behind like that. And AJ steps in the ring, but as soon as he does, Shane beats the shit out of him. Punches. They fall out to ringside. AJ drops Shane with the right hand and suplexes him into the barricade. He goes for another suplex, but Shane reverses it into a back body drop. Then hits AJ with a monitor from the announce table, which he has ripped apart. And he then puts AJ onto the table and then goes in the ring and hits him with a flying elbow off the top rope through the announce table.
The Shane O'Mac elbow drop?
Yes. So, I'm going to give Shane promo points and AJ.
Here comes the money.
95. Indeed. And Shane O'Mac is down here somewhere.
With the money.
Here comes the money, 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 dollar, 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 ching, bling, bling, dollar, dollar, and you really can't stop it. Anyway, and that's who we got here. So AJ hit that suplex. I'm gonna assume that's a move. We give him a move point for it.
Boo.
Do you not want to give him a move point for it?
Lazy bum. No, you can.
And then we had Shane with the elbow drop, which I'm going to give him OMG points for that. And it's also technically a signature of his, so Shane's going to get 6 points plus 4 for another match assault is 10 points to Shane. That puts him at 20.
Did he not also do his punch combo thing at the beginning? I swear I saw him do his punch combo.
You're probably right. Make it 25. What the hell? Okay. And thus endeth SmackDown.
Yeah, fuck WWE this week.
Yeah. God damn it, I didn't total the scores after Raw again. Fuck. Why'd you let me forget that?
Sorry.
I wasn't here. I was getting water, so you can't blame me.
I blame you anyway.
And John's sick, so you're on your own this week.
Whatever. Let's check the scores. Still in the lead at 36-43 is the Certified Jerichoholic. About 243 points behind at 3,400 even is the Hug Life. And a little way behind that at 32.85 is the ROS.
I'm seriously about to quit.
You're only 115 points behind. Calm down.
Mm-hmm. I did get quite a bit of points, though. Holy crap.
Yep. All right. Let us move on to the 205 Live.
Mm-hmm.
And bring everything home. Wrap this sucker up. So, will you stop bitching if I give you a main event win?
Don't do it. It's a trap.
Depends.
Well,
Because
if
Austin Aries keeps winning, I'm almost afraid he's going to lose at WrestleMania. Thus screw me out of some points for actually having a new champion.
It's not Austin Aries.
Oh.
Anyway, let's open up our program with a one-on-one match between TJ Perkins and Tony Nese.
Squashy versus squashy.
Hang on a minute before that. Let's see. First of all, Neville opened with an interview. Let's start with that.
Yay.
He said when Mustafa Ali interrupted him last week, it was a fatal mistake, and that everyone needs a reminder that he's the king. And tonight's match is going to serve as a reminder of that.
God.
He said Aries needs to realize that on 205 Live, he is the master, and at WrestleMania, he will bend the knee and pay homage to the king.
Neville loses, doesn't he?
So promo points to Neville. So Neville gets promo.
Wrong tab, dumb shit. There you go.
I got the right tab up. Shut up.
No, I will not shut up. I have every right to not shut up.
So let's see. So it's 8. Is 301.
Neville
may take the lead here. So following that, then we have TJ Perkins versus Tony Nese as our opening match, which is a good back and forth match. A lot of moves going back and forth. Nese trying to overpower Perkins at most junctures. Perkins trying to fight out, but to little avail. And the match ended with Perkins did manage to come back with a gutbuster and a drop kick, but he went for a top rope move and missed a detonation kick. And Nese fought out, turning it into a corner suplex and the running Nese. All points of this match to me. So,
yawn.
TJ Perkins gets 5 for competing. 5 for moves is 10, and 6 for evasions is 16. To Perkins. 36, then another 6 is 42. 142. And Tony Nese won this match. He's going to get 20 points for winning, 5 for competing. And 9 for moves is 34 points to Tony Nese. And 107, 117. And 4 is 221. All right. After that, Drew Gulak is interviewed backstage and asked about his comments last week, saying he was mad when he said it, but 205 Live does need to change, and the people in the WWE Universe are to blame. Gulak said the athletes here act like glorified stuntmen, and the universe are responsible for a broken 205 Live, and he ends it by saying that he has a solution.
Sure he does. So what's the solution?
We don't know. He walked away. We're gonna have to find out. But I would theorize, given that he says the problem is all of the Daredevil stuff, I imagine the theory is he's gonna launch a war against flippy shit.
Okay then.
Likely by beating people down.
This is going to be hilarious because if he does this, I foresee him beginning his war against flippy shit, only promptly to be taken down by a swanton bomb from a returning Jeff Hardy.
That'd be hilarious.
And be like, hell no.
I don't know. I don't think the Hardys are under 205. Not even close.
Jeff probably is.
Jeff will come in and go, "Bitch, I am the flippy shit."
Yeah, pretty much. Besides, when has that ever stopped Matt Hardy from winning the Cruiserweight title?
Valid point. No, it's not far off. Jeff is being billed at 215 right now.
Jeff has always been a Cruiserweight. So
yeah. Where's Matt being billed at right now? Matt's being billed at 234. He's a little heavier.
Yeah. Well, Matt's like big dude.
A little bit. Anyway, so following the promo, Akira Tozawa comes out for a match. A replay aired from Monday night where Kendrick gave Tozawa lesson number 7 in regards to his passport.
So we're supposed to believe that Tozawa made it into the U.S. without a passport.
The recapper made the same point. Kendrick mentioned Tozawa being out of the country last night with no passport. 24 hours later, Tozawa was in the ring against a local talent. Let that sink in.
Yeah. I would say if this was before this year, I might believe it. But with Trump as the president, I don't fucking believe it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also, Kendrick was kind of admitted to stealing someone's passport. I believe that's identity theft.
Not unless he claims the passport is his. If he tried to put his picture on it and claim he was Akira Tozawa, that's identity theft. If he just took the dude's passport, that's regular theft.
Still admitted that he stole it.
Yeah. So anyway, Akira Tozawa gets in the ring with a local talent and immediately snap suplexes him for a 1-2-3 in 3 seconds.
Okay then.
So
Tozawa is now in a war against flippy shit.
Huh. I don't know, but he's getting 26 points. That's all I know.
He doesn't deserve.
What's of a 237?
He doesn't deserve.
After the match, Tozawa got a microphone and called out the Brian Kendrick. He said to come out and fight him and said, if you won't come to me, I'm going to go to you. Tozawa was then jumped by a security guard who revealed himself to be the Brian Kendrick.
Okay, then.
The security, he then hit him with sliced bread number 2 on the outside off of the ring apron.
Ouch.
Yes. He then grabbed the microphone and said, Tozawa, under my guidance, you could have been special. Lesson number 8. Appearances can be deceiving.
Wouldn't it have made more sense and a better lesson if Kendrick waited until after Tozawa went back to look for him, then jumped him as a security guard?
Yeah.
Because doesn't kind of running straight to the ring as a security guard make you a little conspicuous?
Well, no. He was he was a ringside security guard.
Mm-hmm.
He was already there, just as security, just at the ring, and then he just ran in and jumped him.
Fair enough.
Anyway, so Tozawa's going to get a promo for that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think, full promo or mini? All I did was say, Kendrick, come out and fight me.
Mini.
Mini it is. Puts him at 240.
An out-of-match assault and signature move for the Brian Kendrick.
Correct. That's 5 points for Kendrick. That's 235 for Kendrick. All right. So next up, we have a backstage segment featuring Gentleman Jack Gallagher, Rich Swann, Noam Dar, and Arya Daivari.
Okay.
Gallagher was attempting to teach Swann how to be a gentleman, and Noam Dar interrupted them with Daivari behind him. He asked if any of them knew about this lingerie. Swann said what Dar does on his own time is his business. Daivari said that's funny coming from someone who thinks Thriller is still cool.
Thriller is still cool.
Yeah, Thriller is still cool.
Yeah, I know. Gallagher questioned if that's what a hater looks like. Because then we cast word around to explain to him what a hater is.
Well, what do we got here?
Cup of haters? Cup of haters? Anyway, Dar said he found a guy bringing a gift to Alicia Fox, and that has to stop. He said their relationship is strong and better than gifts. He said he was trying to sort things out in a friendly manner, but next week on 205 Live, he and Swan are going to have a match. Swan warned Dar, saying, "You can't handle this," and Dar walked off as Gallagher started to teach Swan something again to end the segment.
Okay,
so
then.
Pro points all around.
It's up to Daivari, who didn't say anything.
Daivari said, "That's funny coming from someone who thinks Thriller is still cool."
Oh, he's the one that said that. Fair enough.
Pro points all around.
Wait, he's the one that said that?
Yes.
Is he sure he's from Detroit?
Yeah.
Someone from Detroit would not say that.
Arya Daivari, why?
Because they're like all into that shit.
Fair enough. Then we got Noam Dar. 178. And Rich Swan. 149. All right. So.
Oh, yeah. This is also the other reason why.
Why?
Because, and I was right. I was just checking to make sure I was right before I was to say this on air. Yeah. You know the record label that Michael Jackson was signed to, right?
Not really.
Motown Records.
It was Motown. That was what came into my head too. Okay.
Yeah, because he made Motown genre huge.
Yeah.
Guess where Motown Records was located?
Detroit.
Yeah. Motown came out of Detroit. So are you sure you're from Detroit, dude? Because that's where that shit came from.
Well. I don't know.
And obviously when they got huge, they moved, I think, like to New York or something. But yeah, the owner was from Detroit and started it in Detroit.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah.
Well, Daivari's not from Detroit, so it doesn't really matter.
I thought he was. He and his brother are from Detroit.
He was born... No, they're from Minnesota.
Oh.
He was born in Plymouth, Minnesota, currently residing in Minneapolis.
Huh. Because I could have swore that on other Daivari's like bio and stuff, it said he was from Detroit, that he was born in Detroit.
See, Sean Daivari. Yeah, he's just under Daivari, I guess. No, that's a different Daivari. Is this the wrestler? Yeah, that's the wrestler, Sean Daivari. Okay. No, born Minneapolis.
Huh. Because I know I've heard Detroit somewhere. And it wasn't that he was being billed from Detroit, because he was being billed from fucking Middle East.
Hmm.
Fair enough. I rescind my comment.
Yep. Consider comment rescinded.
Well, it's still pretty damn close.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Speaking of Minnesota, on something slightly unrelated, since we're on the topic of Minnesota,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube / Atop the Fourth Wall no longer exists.
Yes, I'm aware of that. But we'll talk about that later.
Mm-hmm. So, let's hear about this glorious main event that I'm going to be happy with, supposedly.
Indeed.
That was your cue.
I know. I'm just checking something. I'm trying to figure out who's from. I'm trying to figure out who's from Detroit.
Mm.
Clearly, somebody's from Detroit that you're thinking of. Let's see. People from Detroit.
I'm pretty sure Arya Daivari is being billed from Detroit, I think, isn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Bischoff, Kevin Nash, Rhino, Sabu, Chris Sabin, Sergeant Slaughter, George Animal Steel, Luthez, the Steiner brothers, RVD.
No, he's being billed from Minneapolis. Okay.
Yep, that's what I thought. No, I don't know what the hell you're thinking of.
I have no idea. Moving on.
Moving on. So, Austin Aries comes out to the ring. He has a banana peel. He hands the banana peel to a kid in the audience.
And then.
And
the kid immediately spins out.
the announcers talk about the upcoming match, and Aries started off saying that last night's interview went poorly with Neville, and he wants to try again. And he's going to eliminate Neville from the interview and interview himself instead.
Sean was billed from Detroit at one point, apparently. That's probably where I heard that from.
Fair enough. He asks why Neville kept calling himself King, and Aries replied by saying some people say he's trying to make up for deficiencies, and Aries is one of them. Question 2, what makes you think you're on Neville's level? He says he doesn't think he's on that level. He's on the AA level. Skips the next question, then asks what's the most embarrassing thing he has discovered about Neville. Neville then interrupts and walks out to the ring. And Aries tried to send him back, but offered to let him tell the story. And Neville says he has a story about a guy who talked his way into an early grave. Aries says that sounds improbable and that no one likes Neville. The crowd chanted Debbie Downer at Neville. He said Aries should quit while he's ahead, and he's gonna show Mustafa Ali what happens when you disrespect the king. Aries told Neville he should try yoga, and Aries doesn't think he has talked too much because he's on commentary for the main event. So, promo for Aries and Neville. And so that's 201, and then Neville gets commentary points, which puts Neville, what I should say was Austin Aries at 206 live. He's off by 1. Neville gets promo points as well.
Fair enough.
8. He's 309. So, determining factor here. Let's see here. If Neville can win this match, he will surpass Jack Gallagher as the #1 on the rankings. Actually, no. Bailey's 2 points ahead of Gallagher, so he'll surpass Gallagher and Bailey to take the #1 spot on the rankings if he can win this main event match against Mustafa Ali.
He loses, doesn't he?
So there's no handshake before the match, and they hesitated. Then they start locking up, and Neville is just basically trying to keep Mustafa shut down during the course of this match. He puts him in a wheelbarrow, spikes him right into the mat, goes to work on him. He taunts Aries at the announce table during the match. Ali goes back with a roll-through move and a head scissors, but Neville kicks out easily. Ali stays on Neville in the corner. The referee backed him off. They tie up. Neville took Ali back to the corner for a 4 count and starts bullying him around the ring, throws him into the air, and then smacks him down on the mat for a 2. Keeps staying on top of him, driving knees into him, punching him, taunting the crowd, kicked Ali in the head a few times, got a 2 count off him again, then hit a drop kick and then another attempt. He just toying with Mustafa Ali, just completely in control. Applies a headlock. Ali tried to fight out, sent Neville to the apron, hitting a big kick that threw him to the outside, followed by a twisting crossbody over the top. Both guys down the outside, but Neville makes it back in first. Ali barely makes it back in at 9. Hits a kick, followed by a roll-through neck breaker for a near fall. Ali looks frustrated and went back to work. Neville hit a huge forearm, sending Ali to the corner. Ali went for the tornado DDT, but Neville reversed it and racked Ali on the ropes. He set up for a top rope move, but Ali reversed it, hitting a standing Spanish fly from the top rope and pinned Neville for 1, 2, no kick out. Amazing move. Ali went for the reverse 450, but Neville caught him and then spiked him with a spinning DDT. Sorry, Ali spiked Neville with a spinning DDT, rather, for another 2 count. He went for the 450 again, but Neville rolled out to the apron. He then tried to bring Neville to the top rope with him, but Neville kicked Ali off of him, then grabbed Ali and hit a release German suplex. Ali was completely dazed as Neville looked on. He then dragged Ali across the ring and threw him headfirst into the ring post outside. He then looked at Austin Aries, dragged Ali across the floor while staring Aries down, tossed Ali back in the ring, and talked some more shit to Austin Aries. Ali tried to fight his way up, but Neville just said, no, fuck you, Rings of Saturn, I win.
All right, then.
He then stares down Austin Aries some more after the match.
Am I the only one who thinks they should have renamed the move?
Probably.
Because the only reason it was called the Rings of Saturn is because of Perry Saturn's the one that used it.
True. I don't know if Neville is still using the same intro video, but if he is, it does start off with a comet hitting the Earth, so.
Yeah, they should call it like the gravity lock or something.
Yeah, well. Anyway.
What do you think, John? Do you think they should rename it?
Maybe.
Fair enough.
Not super important.
Anyway, so Mustafa Ali lost this match. So he had 2 moves, so 5 for competing, 4 for main event is 9, and 2 moves is 11 points to Mustafa Ali. All points to you.
All points to me.
That puts him at 109 for Ali. Neville wins the match. He gets 20 points for win. What?
Points to Austin Aries for commentary.
Gave it to him already.
Okay.
Did that before when I was ending the promo. Neville. That. Yep. Neville gets 20 points for winning the match, 5 for competing in it, and he hit about 8 points worth of moves. So 25 plus 8 is let's see, 33 points to Neville. No, wait a minute. That's a lie. $20 points for winning, 5 for competing is 25, goes up to 34 for being in and winning the main event. Plus 8 move points is 42 points, Neville.
Yay.
And 942 becomes 351, and Neville takes a hefty lead.
Who would have thought Neville would have turned around to be the best pick? What the fuck?
Neville.
Okay, now I'm kind of glad I took Neville. Holy crap.
King of the Cruiserweights.
For now.
Indeed. So with that, let us go to the scores. All right, what do we got? Go over here, hit refresh again. All right. Still in the lead at 37-38 is the Certified Jerichoholic, followed at 34-24 by the Hug Life, and trailing by less than 100 points now at 33-72 is the ROS.
Yep.
82, 92, 02, 12, 22, 52 points you're behind by.
Okay.
52 points. All right. Let's go take a look at those leaderboards.
Oh, John only got 24 points for that.
Yep.
Yeah. He got Noam Dar and Arya Davari points. Anyway, let's check the leaderboards.
Let's.
So right at the top is the King of the Cruiserweights, Neville. Followed by Bailey at 315, the Raw Women's Champion. Followed by Gentleman Jack Gallagher at 313. AJ Styles clocking in at 296 off a beatdown on Shane. Or attempted beatdown on Shane. The World Champion Bray Wyatt still has the whole world in his hands at spot number 5, 280. Samoa Joe clocking in at 267, followed by the Monster Braun Strowman at 259. Akira Tozawa clocking in at 240, followed by his rival, the Brian Kendrick, at 235, tied with Roman Reigns to close out the top 10.
Wow.
If you remove that tie, John Cena at 229 would also make the top 10.
Woo.
So there you go. So see, we're closing into WrestleMania, and you have a chance to at least overcome him. You're not going to beat me, but you might beat him.
I'm going to be honest. If I don't beat you, I would rather be in last place.
Fair enough.
Because last place is a better position than second place.
That is true.
For purposes of the draft.
Yeah, so you make logical sense.
Which means right now, if I was John, I'd be praying that I beat him. Because then you get put into a better position come draft time.
It's true.
Because you get at least one, if not two, if you know how to play your cards right, or get fucking lucky like Jim, of having a few picks not be able to be countered.
It's called smart drafting.
It's called you didn't know what the fuck you're doing and you got lucky. You even admitted it during the draft.
Here's the thing you have to remember, though. This works out because it might not be one of my team namers, but there is a reason why both before the draft and now, I have the architect.
No, before the draft, I had the architect.
No, you didn't. Before the draft, I had the architect.
No, before the draft, I had both Reigns and Rollins. You had Dean Ambrose.
That was a season before, dipshit.
No, you took him. You took Rollins.
No, I didn't take Rollins during the draft. I had no reason to because he was injured. That's why you two didn't take him off of my roster.
Oh, well, that's right.
Moron.
That's right.
You're getting confused. He took Dean Ambrose off of my roster. That's what he even does back out to shield levity.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been the fantasy log for the week. We thank you all for being here as always, and both of you for being here. I thank you as always.
Welcome.
And we will see you next week for our go home episode before the granddaddy of them all, WrestleMania.